Welcome. Hello, everybody. Get,
Hello.
Hi, stream.
getting some insights. Can we all see the front page
I see
What's the
Cursed
front
of Strahd.
in
Yes.
Roll20? Okay.
Are we going to be
cool.
rolling at all?
A little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I'll put this up here.
Bam.
As a side note, while
Alright,
I
I got you in mod view.
set stuff up.
Ding, ding, bop,
I'm going
boom,
to mix it up
boom,
and try to
bop.
load.
So for quite a while now, I've been passively listening to LA by Night.
Mm-hmm.
Love it so much. But once we decided to do like full-fledged D&D, I was going to listen to Critical Role with Matt Mercer DMing.
Yes.
But there's just so many characters. There's so many people that I'm just like, I feel overwhelmed.
Yeah. So there's a couple recommendations that I would make. Critical Role, if you want a story, is fucking phenomenal. However, the unfortunate part is the first campaign is fraught with garbage audio mixing.
Yeah.
Like really bad, like so fucking bad. Campaign 2 is phenomenal. And then I kind of bounced off campaign 3, but apparently it is even better.
Yeah.
But if you want D&D content that is a little bit easier to consume, I genuinely would direct you to College Humor's Dimension 20 stuff.
Huh.
It is games run by Brendan Lee Mulligan and Abria Iyengar and a couple other people. And it's just like their fantasy high. Really, I did not think I would enjoy it because it seems kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But it's super fun. I mean, the concept is just a high school. It's like a early late 90s, early 2000s setting. In a fantasy setting where the characters are all going to a school to become adventurers. Like,
Yeah.
it's very good. It's very fun. And
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Brendan Lee Mulligan is just a really much easier to digest DM. Matt Mercer's fantastic. Like, his voice work is insane. His stories are fucking sprawling, but that makes it pretty hard to get into. Like, it's a lot to digest.
Wait, you say Brendan?
Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Oh, yeah, that's the celebrity guy I was telling you about, Soda.
Wait, which one?
Brendan. I'm pretty sure that's him. I've seen a bunch of clips and stuff. He's hilarious and amazing.
Kind of a ginger guy, really nice face, like really kind face.
Yeah, and he like really gets into his characters.
Yes.
Yeah. I've watched so many of his clips. He does like the drag queen D&D.
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah, I gotta find that clip where with the water walking. I don't know if you've seen that one. I was trying to describe it to Soda. It just fucking killed me.
Yeah, I'm just obsessed with Jason Carl.
Here, I'm gonna post this in funny ha-has because this is all you need to know. If you need convinced to watch Dimension 20's Fantasy High, this is my favorite. Laws or Threats, I think, is the best bit to come out of that entire series. It's my favorite.
Click on the link.
Here's the thing. I don't know what you kids are up to, but I do know one thing. Laws are threats made by the dominant socioeconomic ethnic group in a given nation. It's just a promise of violence that's enacted, and police are basically an occupying army. You know what I mean? You guys want to make some bacon? He pulls a mask over his face, pulls a lit Molotov cocktail out of his mail.
We're going into Wet Blanket Barovia. We're not going to be having good
Boom, hits the lock, opens the jail cell. You see the fucking halflings with
I say that, and then I will make the promise that humor is one of the best ways to make horror work. So.
Wait, what is this? Oh, this is TikTok.
So we're gonna have the Fresh Prince of Bavaria.
There will be the Fresh Prince of Barovia. I've promised you that.
Yeah.
Wait, I think I found
I
it.
want to apologize to everyone because
I'm
I
so
realized
excited, man. When I saw that,
I
that
couldn't
just
provide you
it
all of
threw me.
this. I had a spell called the Water Walk. that can
Keep
take
my
10 allies
wizard's
with you.
name out your fucking mouth.
Avoided the whale.
Troyan,
I'm sorry. We just fought all these
I love it.
skeletons and
I
demons. I
love every little
apologize.
bit of that.
I apologize.
and you had me here crying because her uncle came back from the dead?
Sometimes I don't know my own strength. and
Oh my God. I hope you got
apologize.
that. That was beautiful. It was a beautiful tear. It just-
Oh my
I
god.
will.
The
I will
uncle
also say.
to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you started first. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the uncle would be Uncle Artificer.
I will also. I don't usually shill for shit, but like, if you don't have a dropout subscription to College Humor, I genuinely 100%. It's $5 a month. There, it's fucking amazing content. Game Changer is so fun, but if you're a nerd like me, Actually is the best show on the internet. Actually makes me feel so superior because there are so many questions that I get right, and I'm a hyper nerd, so it just feels good. It's good to be right. It's good to be right. All right. I see all of my names along the bottom of my bar here in Roll20. Are we all ready to begin in making some characters? Making your first Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition.
I'm so excited. 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fix this error code that's supposed to pop up. And so it doesn't show random recommended because there's a swastika left, like right in the fucking middle of this random recommended. Okay.
What?
I don't know what's happening. I have the computer expert.
I'm curious as to what you're looking at where it would recommend that.
That's the thing though, is it's not pulling from my browser history. It's just YouTube's default recommended. So it's got an Undertale thing. I think it must be a video regarding what's it called? Like symbols. But
Okay.
it's just right in the corner, no context, just fucking swastika along with all these other recommendations. And it's like, I need that not to show up.
Yeah.
Because that's just not great.
Yeah, have any of you ever like browsed YouTube like logged out?
It's dangerous.
It's
Oh
fucking
my
wild.
God, it is
The
the
Wild
wild
West.
fucking west,
Yeah.
dude.
Like they talk about censorship and all this other stuff, and it's like, I don't know. This
And I
is
love
just
it.
absolutely bizarre. Because I private browse videos. My recommended, I try and keep like very refined.
Curated.
I do.
Yeah.
I curate my feed pretty.
So
Uh,
I private browse all the time, and some of this shit, especially on shorts that pop up, it's like, what
Oh,
the
God.
fuck is happening
I-
to society?
Yeah, that's very true. If like vanilla YouTube is the Wild West, fucking vanilla YouTube Shorts is just the fucking final frontier. There's no law.
No, it's so absolutely, yeah.
I've made a concerted effort to not watch shorts because of a number of reasons, but also just the fucking dopamine hit. I don't need that.
Yes, that is. I was on the same boat for a very long time, and then my fiance showed me the quote unquote joys of doom scrolling, and now unfortunately, I have curated to where my content is actually mostly educational.
Yeah.
Like I've recently picked up boxing again, and there is a content creator who does like he's a Russian boxer, and he does tips for beginners, and it has been severely helping me with my form. And I greatly appreciate everything he does.
Yeah, I just know that I will get stuck in it for hours, and I
That is the problem. Is there have been so many points where I'm just like, I gotta get up today, and then I'll be like, okay, I'll watch a few shorts, then I'll get up, and then it's 2 hours later.
yeah.
It's bad. It's a fucking problem.
Yeah, I've got myself down to I will allow myself to scroll for X amount of time, and then I'll catch myself and be like, I'm not enjoying any of this, but it is
Yeah.
to my advantage. YouTube Shorts, they broke their algorithm again, and it just gives me 1 of 3 channels.
That's good.
Kind of. A lot of the content, I'm just like, I'm not really into this anymore. It's all it's like
fair.
feeding me, so it's like I'm bored.
Well,
I
and
have-
plus, like, 80% of what I watch is like Blender tutorials, and I've
Mm.
seen them like make shorts out of it, and I'm like, this is not what you should be doing. This is too fast.
Yeah. Usually when they do those shorts, they're like they're just kind of giving you a preview of what you can get from the actual video.
Yeah.
Also, as a fun note, I would like to I'm doing promotions today, I guess, as apparently what's happening. So on top of promoting Dimension 20, I'm also going to promote a blog that I have been using for a very long time as a DM, and I was given. They wrote a book that is just kind of a collection of their posts, that I'm going to be using during this campaign. So be excited for that. It's called "The Monsters Know What They're Doing," and is essentially a fun little guide to get the most like I don't know if diegetic is the best word, but like it's dissecting abilities that the creatures have in D&D and explaining why they might have them and how the best way to use them is.
That sounds dangerous for us.
I've been following this guy for so long, and I didn't know that he came out with a book, and my sister-in-law got it for me for Christmas,
Ooh.
and I love it. Yeah, so I will be using that. So I will. I'm going to be. I'm going to have a lot of leniency. We're going to be making some allowances because this is your first game. However, I am also. I like, especially in combat, I like it to be tactical. I like it to be kind of crunchy. So just know that there are, especially in this module, there are going to be a lot of combats that you may get into where your best option is just to run away.
Good to know. Glad I have that hide perk.
Yes, yeah. As a rogue, it makes it real easy.
Summertime petal might need some convincing.
Yeah.
And I'm a goblin. We are cowards. I ain't gonna take no one-on-one fight. I'll tell you that.
You don't want to try to fight Strahd on your own?
No.
Oh, okay. That's probably smart.
I mean, I do.
I bet that you do.
Oh, the glory, baby.
Glory.
Should we go to journal, then click on plus
Yes.
character?
Yep. Oh no, you should in your journal you should have a character already. There should be a character sheet in there for you.
Oh, is that what this is?
Yep, I can't do anything with mine still.
Are we going to...
Oh yeah, hold up. Hold up. I've got it edited and controlled by Corpse, you were saying?
Trying to find the journal tab again. Why have I not gotten this yet?
It's
Oh,
the
there it is. Character. I don't have anybody there. I have a Brigitte.
Yep,
Oh, is that mine?
that's your character.
Oh no,
Yep.
I accidentally clicked a new one.
Me too.
I make that
And
one
for that,
Gary.
I apologize.
Okay.
Oh, create an NPC. Oh, I'm making Gary.
There, you all should be able to edit your character sheets now.
Yeah.
Do we want to use the Character Mancer?
Character Mancer is the easiest way to start.
So we should edit sheet
In fact,
directly.
let me go ahead. I'm just gonna throw on an additional character here. I'm gonna make one alongside y'all just so I see how the process is gonna go. Using the Character Mancer. Race, obviously, if your race is, because I don't have the D20 compendium, we're just gonna be importing a race. So we are using the modified rules from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. So with your, where it's like strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, if you look at your race, the race that you're looking at use, so it'll tell you what pluses you get to what stats. You don't have to assign those to those stats, just the numbers. So if you have like a +2 in one and a +1 in another, you can put those where you want. So you're not like limited. Your race does not determine.
Oh, that's why you were saying that the race doesn't necessarily matter for this one. Okay.
Correct. Because Whereas I do like the old method. There are some races that still have negatives in their like I think it's kobolds have negatives to Constitution or something like that. We don't like that. I think orcs still have a negative to intelligence, which I'm just not for.
What was that?
And if you need assistance in finding this information, just let me know.
I'm gonna need assistance with absolutely
which-
everything.
Okay.
Which one was it?
Yeah,
Bob?
5e tools doesn't show mine.
Yeah, it doesn't show
Or
mine either, so I'm doing
stats.
elf and then custom. Because I think they're based off of elves.
So what I
One
did
more.
was instead of picking elf,
So
I just chose custom race.
yeah, custom race is going to be your best option. So the Eladrin is +2 and
Eladrin.
+1. Yes.
Okay, one sec. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna do custom. Custom
Mhm.
race is the Eladrin. Okay, sorry.
I think Asimar are also +2, +1.
+2, +1.
Yeah, so you get to put +2 in one stat of your choice, and then +1 in another.
So I just put a 2 there for now.
In whatever stat you in one of those 4, 5, 6 stats, if I can count.
So it's a +2 and a +1.
Yep.
Is dexterity like reaction speed?
So dexterity is potentially the most important stat in the game. I don't like positioning that because I think having low dex characters is fun.
Is it like
Dexterity
survival?
determines your armor class. It determines how good you are with ranged weapons. It determines how like agile you are. Dexterity is your ability to be nimble and like hard to pin down, as well as like good with your hands.
Oh, that'll be good for the stress relief later. I'm just kidding.
Yes, yeah, that would be. It would be like that'd probably be like a dexterity performance. Yeah. Which you can be proficient in performance if you care.
Ooh. Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, so one or the other. Choose 3 different 1+s.
So,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. So you either get one like 2 and 1. Essentially, you have 3 points that you can put as additives across your skills. You can do a maximum of 2 and 1. So, raise 1 by 2 and 1 by 1, or 3 by 1. It's your choice.
Oh yeah, sorry. My question before I ADHD away from it completely. Do you want us to send the backgrounds to you in Discord? Like
Do
their
you mean like the
write-ups and
background?
stuff?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay. I just need to, I'm going to install definitely a legal version and not Microsoft Word 2010 to do some spell checking, and I will send it. Though
Use your absolutely quote unquote legal version of 2010 Word. Don't fucking give them money.
I had bought it at one point or another, but then I can't get back into it.
Yeah.
Just
or just use
saying.
Notepad.
I need the spell check, dude. You don't even know.
Notepad has a spell check. So does Google.
Sticky notes do not, though.
Sticky notes do not.
I didn't know Notepad had a
But
Learned that the hard way.
But Notepad does, especially if you get Notepad Plus, which is used for coding.
Oh, yeah, I just have text document or I'm gonna have to get that Notepad.
If you guys have questions, by the way, as to what attributes you want for the classes that you're playing, I can give that to you.
Hello.
Most have 1 or 2. A couple have 3.
Emote_cops38 lay browse.
So the ability score, is that the strength, dex, constitution, intelligence?
Hello,
Yes,
how are
that's
you?
your-
We're
the
setting up
ability
our
score is your attributes,
characters.
yep.
How are they?
Okay, so I'll get a +3 in any of them. Or yeah, so I can use 3 to
You have so you get max of 2. So you can it's +2 to 1 and +1 to
damn.
another. Or 3 at +1.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
And we're using
I've already got my
Xanther's
plans.
Guide to
Mhm.
Everything?
That was way too
for the
perfect.
goblin, you were using the other one.
It's gonna turn them down for a second. Welcome in,
MDMM,
everybody.
Mordecai Presents
We're
Monsters.
setting in for a new D&D
Which is, I think it's pretty much the same. That's pretty much the same across the board.
session.
Unless you're playing
Section.
human.
We do normally a
Just
Fallout
+1.
Dungeons and Dragons, but this one's gonna be actually
yeah,
like
so
a
+2
more
dexterity, +1
D&D story-based
choice.
campaign. But how are you?
can
How was
never go
stream? I
wrong
was looking for a
putting an
while.
additive in Constitution.
Yup.
Same with Dex. Dex is always worth having unless you're planning on wearing heavy armor.
Yeah,
So it's
that
actually
That'd be me.
that seems to be the default for goblins, it seems, but it also
I mean,
makes sense.
that's worthwhile. Yeah. The only other one I can think of that might be worthwhile for goblins is sometimes, or for rogues, charisma can be worth it. Intelligence and wisdom can also be worth it. Like any of the mental stats don't go wrong for rogues because you're like I said, you're an expert class, right? You're focused on skills a lot.
Yeah.
And you get skill points from intelligence.
So we don't do skill points in 5th edition.
Really?
5th edition,
Already?
5th edition has
Congratulations,
proficiencies. We'll get to that.
congratulations.
Yeah, I was very, or still am very tempted for charisma.
Charisma's- Charisma for the character you described is very funny. One of my favorite archetypes is like characters who are not like conventionally attractive at all with a high charisma. It's great.
Yeah.
that's funny. Yeah.
Well, because the important thing to remember is that this is where I feel like a lot of like, as an old school gamer, because I know we're live. I'll give a little bit of my background here. Is that I've been playing tabletop role playing games since I was 8 years old, which at this point is almost 20 years. Which is fucking ridiculous, by the way.
And
No,
you got
never mind.
me into it when I was 13.
Yeah. And a lot of the content creators on like YouTube and things like that, when they talk about like, oh, I've got a 20 charisma character, they're always hot as hell, which is fine. It's the easiest way to like sum up charisma. But charisma is your like the pressure you can exert on a room, right? Because intimidation is a charisma skill.
Yeah.
And sure, attractive people can be intimidating just by being attractive, but also some of the ugliest motherfuckers on the planet are really good at being intimidating.
Oh, don't give Shocky ideas to changing my intimidation rolls on Fallout. I need that to be strength.
Right. That's my point. Is so they talk about it briefly in the rules. Most people don't change it up a lot. When you do your rolls for your skills, the attributes that are shown with them are the recommended, right? But you can do things like a charisma performance or like a dexterity athletics could be done.
Strength speech for intimidating.
You could do like strength persuasion, yeah.
Yeah.
Although you could also just do strength intimidate, because that is a skill.
Well, in the Fallout, there is no just straight up intimidate. So.
Right, but yeah. So once y'all have let me know when y'all have all your attributes and your stuff put in for your races.
Alignment.
So alignments are kind of hard to explain. They are, they don't matter nearly as much as they used to in older editions, but they are essentially, your like how the universe views your actions, because spells care more about your alignment than creatures do.
From what you know about my character, what would you say would be good for her?
Chaotic neutral.
Okay.
Chaotic.
She has good intentions, but yeah,
So
that's...
neutral does not mean. So here's the thing: the way to look at it is that lawful, neutral, and chaotic in the first place, in the first position, are pretty self-explanatory. Lawful means that you achieve your goals by adhering to laws, like the most laws necessary. Neutral is that you adhere to laws when you have to, and chaotic is that you are able to achieve. You aim to achieve your goals without following the laws, right? You don't need to. Good means that you try to position your actions to benefit the most people possible, right? Neutral means that you try to benefit primarily only people that matter to you, right? It's a much more selfish worldview. And then evil is primarily totally selfish. Evil tries to accomplish the most goals that are do the most good for you and you alone.
Goblins are typically neutral evil.
So don't worry about racial alignments. because goblins being neutral evil is like societally, like goblin tribes tend to be neutral evil, but because of your background, you could be literally any of them. I would say, from what I know about Banks, I would probably say also probably like maybe neutral good, maybe chaotic neutral, maybe even chaotic good. I don't know so much about what he's been doing in his recent years, but like
Yeah.
if he's been doing just generic adventuring stuff, usually like chaotic good or chaotic neutral are your best areas. I tend to steer people away from true neutral because affecting only people who are using whatever means you choose to affect only the people around you, it's kind of a cop out, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just glad I don't have to be lawful good anymore.
Yes, I agree.
That was such a pain in the ass to play paladins back then.
Lawful stupid paladins were a problem, and I love some of the flavor. Like conquest paladins are fucking amazing.
I went lawful neutral.
Lawful neutral is perfect. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of leaning towards like chaotic neutral because the way I see this goes back to what we were talking about, D, when you were asking if I wanted to join
The Emerald Enclave.
yes. So my character is more so like, yeah, I want to impart good on the world, but at the same time, it's like almost like a merc.
Okay. Then yeah, I would say chaotic neutral could work. I would even say, because if you want to impart good on the world, even if you're doing it for money, I would say that could be like chaotic or even neutral good.
Oh, okay.
Because again,
Yeah.
it's kind of on what you want your goals to change, right? It's like if you are if your character wants their impact to affect a wider range of people, the wider that range goes, the higher up that side you go, right? So if it's only you, that's evil. If it's like your friends and family, that's pretty neutral because it's the people that directly affect you. If you are happy for your work to affect strangers, if you are willing to do something that you will see no payment on and it will just affect strangers at some point, that's good.
Okay. Maybe chaotic good.
Chaotic is great.
Yeah, I think I might do that as well. She's trying her best, but you know.
See,
Yeah.
and that's true. So that was I tend to the reason I was leaning on neutral or the chaotic neutral for Petal was not necessarily like a comment on her character, more so on her naivety. Right?
Yeah, and that's why I'm kind of like back
when you're
and
kind
forth.
when you're kind of fresh to an area, it's kind of hard to like visualize helping. Actually, I guess it's kind of one way or the other. It's either harder to visualize your impact going that wide because you kind of don't know how wide it could go, or it's super easy because you don't care, right? So it's like if you're chaotic good, it's on that spectrum of like, I'm going to do this good and it's going to help everybody, and that's great, and that's what I want to do.
Is accidentally helping bandits considered good or bad?
But that depends on your intentions. If you intended to help them because they seemed like they needed help, that is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why. So here's the thing: some of the most compelling villains you can write are lawful good, people who want to help the most people by the word of the law. But unfortunately, it's like their understanding of the law is what's hurting people.
Okay.
I'm a little.
Your alignment doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal anymore. It used to be
yeah.
in older editions. It used to be way more necessary because you had like items that would only align with you, or you would only work if you had alignments, and certain like creatures would attack you if you were certain alignments and had abilities and spells and things that affected alignments differently. It doesn't matter as much anymore.
Well, I'm actually still thinking about abilities.
Okay.
I definitely want the 2 in dexterity. And Constitution seems so helpful, but
Constitution is very good.
For my character, though, I want I forget which one it was. It might have been Deception. So I was
Deception is charisma.
Yeah, so I'm stuck between adding one to Charisma or Constitution.
Well, so essentially the best way to look at it, right, is that you are still going to have the standard array. So you're still going to have stats to allocate. So you can still allocate a high stat to Charisma and then use that slight bump to Constitution to put one of the lower ones in Constitution and kind of make up for that zone.
Okay.
Or you can do the Canyon method, whereas you're really good at a couple of things, really bad at others.
Yeah. Which is how I usually do games.
I think the Canyon methods tend to lead to like more compelling storytelling because you tend to, but like I'm looking at Frost's character with his strength of 8.
Oh hell
Weak
yeah.
boy.
Listen,
Eight's not good.
8? No, out of
Not
20.
in this, no.
Oh, out of 20. Oh, what do we do for the speed? Oh, sorry.
Speed,
Your
I
strength.
believe, as an Eladrin, your speed is 35.
Will it show on that one website we were all talking about how it's nice?
I use D&D Wikidot primarily, but your speed as an Eladrin is 30. Wow, Eladrin don't get the Elven speed. That's funny.
Oh,
Yep,
sad.
I'm also 30.
I'm
Most
30.
most people's speed is going to be 30 unless you are like an elf. Like regular elves get speed up, and then I think like the small races are 25.
Wait, so when it says creature type, do I write elf?
Your creature type is humanoid.
So not a dolphin.
Not a
My
dolphin.
speed is 30.
No, not a dolphin.
Okay. Oh, why did I? I was trying to Google something else and I wrote in dolphin instead. You know what's really
My
nice?
speed equal to your speed.
Just on like a side note is going to tabletop audio and not having to pick something dark and looming or foreboding.
Oh,
I got a happy
hold
song
on.
going on right now. It's great.
Well, you can. I actually have audio queued up for this as well. So.
Ooh. I figure for the character creation we can.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I'll take over when we get to the reading because we will.
Oh hell yeah.
Especially if we're streaming, we'll do the reading. Because I don't know if anybody in the chat has played Curse of Strahd or has maybe run Curse of Strahd and knows about what these will mean. They might, because if they know about Curse of Strahd, they'll have information that you won't have yet.
Oh jeez.
It's always fun.
Sure, fun.
What about proficiencies?
So your proficiencies, I don't know if goblins get any off the bat. Let me see. Goblins, the only proficiencies you start with as goblins are in Common and one other language of your choice.
Oh, so we can only have like one proficiency, whether it's like weapon, armor, skill, tech, or language?
No. We'll get your proficiencies are given to you by you get some from your race, some from your class, and some from your background.
Oh,
You'll
okay.
get more. So as an Eladrin, you get Common and one other language of your choice.
Language.
And as always, if you have any questions as to some languages that might be worthwhile taking, please feel free to ask. Soda, I'm going to say it's probably going to be Common and Goblin.
Yeah.
Probably be my recommendation. And then Frost, as a changeling, you also get Common and one other language.
Now,
Mhm.
I think we pretty much talked
So then
about
proficiency's language.
Yep, proficiency language, and then as an Asimar, you also get Common and one other language. Usually, I would recommend Celestial if you're
Yep.
playing Asimar.
That's what I was gonna go for.
Yeah, a lot of them I'm seeing says you can speak, read, and write in Common and Goblin.
Yeah.
I also wasn't sure if goblins were in this campaign.
So, our campaign is starting in Faerun, and goblins are all over the place in Faerun.
Okay.
Uh,
Not that I'm necessarily trying to do
Yeah.
only things that are super beneficial, because
Well, yeah.
that's boring. But okay, I've completed the race sheet.
To be fair, I think the one language that I'm aware of, the one alternate language I'm aware of in this campaign that is used regularly, is not one you can start with. 'Cause I don't think any of you will have the opportunity to have learned Vistani.
No.
Because Vistani is a language specific to Barovia.
Okay, I've completed the race sheet.
Perfect.
The entirety of it?
Even the custom race features?
Yeah, I just copied
copy
everything
paste.
from.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me do that real quick.
Well, before that, what was the other race that you said would be helpful? Well, not race. The other language you said would be helpful.
Language. So as a changeling, I think changeling usually would go like Sylvan, but truthfully, given your character's upbringing, like any of the other, I call them trade languages because they're the common languages. So like Elven, Dwarven, like Goblin, Halfling, any of those would be fine. Giant.
Waller, electrician.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Now,
The trades.
Yeah, the trades. Definitely not the languages you need to be able to trade in a diverse society. Definitely languages of specific trades.
Yeah.
Yes, Corbs.
Banks went to technical school. Sorry.
Goblin vocational school?
Yeah.
that thing we were talking about
Mhm.
with her NPC,
Right.
what language would that be? Elvish? Because I figure
Good question. Let me take a look. It's potential. There's actually a couple of things that you could take
okay.
because of what we discussed. You could go with Abyssal or Sylvan or Giant. Sylvan is the Fey language. Abyssal is the language of demons. And then Giant is, giants.
I think Faye would match her best.
Sylvan.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that one.
Cool.
And then, so we have the two languages. With her backstory,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she would have a proficiency with bows. Is this where I would add that?
Let me double check. Because you're going ranger, so you're gonna get that proficiency.
Yeah.
I don't think Eladrin have a racial proficiency with weapons. They don't. Regular elves get proficiency with bows and longswords, but we'll get to the class proficiencies here in a minute.
Okay.
Oh, so am I not supposed to put the class proficiencies?
I mean, if because you have the class tag coming up, no, you don't have to put them in the racial section.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, sorry. I got that mixed up. I'm putting the racial proficiency then.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Also, I try to put in I guess I have proficiency with a dagger, but I don't. It's not letting me choose dagger.
Proficiency that's gonna be proficiency weapon, and then
Right. Dagger is whited out for me.
whited out. Which character is yours? Yours is Ace to a bugle.
Yes, ace to.
Let's see. Type. Weapon.
Yeah, I don't know what my weapon is either.
Oh,
assuming
that is
it's
because they are.
a shield.
Do you have your class selected already?
Yeah, the class is custom, and then it's supposed to be. It's
So
supposed to change up.
that's why they're whited out. They're whited out in your race section because you already have druid selected, which gives you those proficiencies already.
For the
Oh,
custom
I have druid. Okay.
race features, would I add in their little for her? it's her
You would
boots
want to
ones?
add in the face step. Yep. You basically
Okay.
anything on that page. Go ahead and add it in.
Okay.
Are we gonna include the dark vision?
Yes, I would include your dark vision. So dark vision, Fey ancestry, so you don't forget that, because as an important note, we talked about this a bit. Strahd has the ability. He's very good at charming people and making sure that you remember that you have advantage on checks to be charmed is a very good thing to know.
Oh yeah.
Especially because I already forgot.
You also have proficiency in perception, which is really good.
Oh wait, do I put that in the perception spot?
You'll do that under proficiencies. Proficiency's skill.
Skill and then perception. Okay. Yeah, I knew there was a reason that I liked them. I'm gonna make the look around. What do you see? Checks.
What do your elf eyes see? Yeah.
And we're playing with goblins have Fey ancestry now?
Yeah, we'll keep that.
Okay.
Should I, in this section, write in all the different,
Yes, I would.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to keep, like, that chart just available somewhere, you can just tell yourself to reference the chart.
I'm just gonna put it at the very end, so I kind of know that that's there.
Understood. Because primarily, right, so here's, as my like, promise to you as a dungeon master, especially as new players to 5th edition, the only thing I ask you to be familiar with is what's on your character sheet. And even then, I'm more than happy to help you out with that. You don't need to know any of the additional rules, all the grind and minutia of how the system works. Just leave that to me, and I will relay that to you as it needs to be, okay?
Okay.
I chose Rogue. Oh, sorry.
No, you're okay. Go ahead.
After I chose Rogue, going back onto the race sheet, it says innate spellcasting ability.
Well, that would be because if you rogues have the opportunity to learn spells if you go Arcane Trickster. So, but that uses intelligence. So set that as your innate spellcasting, as your spellcasting ability.
Okay.
Don't think there are any other caster types. I think that's the only one of rogues that actually gets spells.
Okay, even though I'm probably not going to do innate.
Yeah,
Trickster.
just mark it down. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Arcane Trickster's cool. Arcane Trickster's one of my favorites. Have you considered? I know Corpse has. Have the rest of you considered? And I guess Shocky has. And I guess actually Frost talked about it. Soda, have you considered the subclass you're planning on going for your rogue?
I was looking at it extensively. I have
a lot of good options.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have more options than I do.
Rogues are not are spoiled for choice. They've got a lot of good options.
And now it's asking for a spell list: Artificer, Bard,
Wizard.
Cleric, Wizard. Okay.
Use the wizard spell list. It's weird that it would have that when you don't have the subclass selected, but
Oh, you guys are already in class? Oh man,
I'm already done with class, I think.
I feel like I'm in school.
Okay. It is paperwork.
Not paying attention and have now fallen behind.
The only thing I didn't do for race was the innate spellcasting.
I don't believe changelings don't have innate spellcasting.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess if it's innate spellcasting, you could actually just. So let me check your sheet real quick.
Okay.
Because it is innate spellcasting. So if you just set that.
Wait,
okay, so it's not a required. You can just leave it. Never mind. Yeah, because you don't have innate subclassing.
What does that mean?
Innate spellcasting. Innate spellcasting means that if you as a race have spells you have access to, like the
Is that gonna be Phase Step?
No, Phase Step's not a spell.
Oh, okay, thank God, because I already copied and pasted everything into here.
Yeah, Phase Step's not a spell. In fact, that makes Phase Step so strong because it means it can't be like counterspelled. Teleportation that I can't just be like, no, you can't do that. You just get to do it.
Okay, and then I also put in the seasons, and then as well as the blip about what happens to her when in those seasons.
Absolutely.
Okay, now to class. Ranger.
Okay, I got a question in my race. It's asking for my innate spellcasting.
Leave it on choose.
Leave it on choose?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yes,
it should be
because
done on racing class if you want to look at it.
Nope. Let me take a look.
next.
Let's see. You have your right ASMR. Put your one in Charisma. Add another proficiency for your languages so you have common as well. I know it's kind of a given, but it's important that it's there. Okay, so you would only have one of the three between Heavenly Wings, Inner Radiance, or Necrotic Shroud.
Right, I'm just having them there so I can see them.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, because it says, even with the thing, it says at level 3, I can choose one.
Yeah. And then
What's a
Paladin,
fiend?
It's not.
Sorry.
Fiend? What?
I'm
Really?
looking at that favored enemy, and one of them is just a fiend.
Fiend. Yes, fiends. Fiends are devils.
Oh. Oh my god, plants! She hates plants! Don't look at the plant.
Frosty, are
Yep.
you doing like thief stuff?
Yeah, kind of. I'm not gonna multi-class into rogue like I was planning on. But yeah, I plan on having a bit of a sneaky druid since I'm changeling.
No, that's good.
Are you considering thief?
Who,
Me?
Yeah. Are you considering
With
thief?
a paladin
Soda?
brother?
No. Wait. No. Wait. Hold up. Soda, are you considering thief?
Not necessarily. But I was just looking at the skill proficiencies.
I only ask because thief is one of my favorite subclasses.
Yeah, I was just looking at the skill proficiencies, and if he's going to do that, then I wasn't going to take sleight of hand.
So to kind of give you an idea on what I plan for on how I see my druids being played. I can do a little bit of thievery, but it's probably going to be more espionage and off tanking, even though I'm not that strong.
Strength does not determine how many hits you can take.
That's Constitution.
No, right. No, that part is true. I was just saying, like, I won't be doing as much damage.
Well, so I mean, the important thing to know is that when you wild shape, you change your physical stats. So
That's
your
true.
Don't matter if you're a bear.
That is true. Yeah. So to give you an idea, like I plan on doing like a little bit of thievery, because whatever I hold on to as a druid when I wild shape, I can choose to absorb that.
Okay. Yeah, my skill proficiencies, as it stands, might look into it a little bit further, but athletics, persuasion, investigation, and stealth. I would rather walk up to someone and convince them rather than try and pick their pocket.
Now, keep in mind that my charisma is a level 16.
God damn.
That's pretty solid.
Holy shit.
How did you...
So because the changeling's charisma automatically is level 16 because they make great rogues.
Oh.
So you're we haven't selected attributes yet, but you're brain, come on. As a druid, I don't know what you're planning on your wisdom being. Your wisdom is your spellcasting.
Yes, right now it's level 12.
Okay, you might want to pump that a little bit, but
am I able to switch around?
Yeah. So we'll get to that here in a minute, because that's the next step after class is abilities.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so mine was good.
Yes.
Cool beans.
Are we able to go back and change things?
Hmm?
Are we able to go back and change things like before we start? Okay. Because I'm just not sure what I want her to be particularly. Because Animal handling, that's going to help her with any pet she has, right?
Yes, animal handling is what you're going to use to like tame, as well as it's also what you use to like persuade pets. It's or animals, not just pets.
Okay.
Animal handling is basically what you use if you're trying to like do like riding checks, trying to like befriend animals, trying to even like I'll even use it on occasion to like intimidate animals. It's essentially your ability to like manipulate the like socially work with animals.
Does that affect me while I'm in wild shape?
No, 'cause when you wild
Damn.
shape, your mental stats remain the same.
So I
Listen,
can't
I knew
tame
where
him.
Corpse was going. I knew exactly where Corpse was going.
What about nature?
Nature is a knowledge skill, so it's going to be knowledge on like herbs and flowers and animals, things of the natural
Okay.
world.
And then how does survival work in this one?
So survival is used primarily for like tracking, locating food and water, finding trails. Survival is used to like basically anything you need to survive in the wilderness.
Yeah, quick question. This
Mhm.
seems to be like an undead barren land. Is there much nature?
Yes. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
I don't want to do like all nature stuff and then find out that like the place is just a wasteland.
Yeah, right.
No, it's
Um,
so the land of Barovia before it became
Oops.
a subplane prison for Strahd Bonzarovich. It was an idyllic like valley. He settled here because it was a paradise.
Okay, so I'll do a lot of survival things.
Survival's good.
So I got
Nature's
animal
good.
handling. Yeah, survival, nature, and animal handling. Because I feel like that would be helpful. She already has
Perception.
a little bit of perception because of her race.
Yep.
What?
Well, so it's the same. Having proficiency in these means that you are just as good in any of these as you are as the other skills.
Okay.
So essentially, the way to look at it is proficiency denotes if you are trained in something, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So you'll have, as you level up, your proficiency bonus will go up, and anything you're proficient with, you get your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like you guys might be doing more investigation type things. What does athletics do?
Athletics is used to as for like feats of strength. It is climbing. It is like forcing
Jumping.
things open. It is used for jumping. It is also used for like shoving and grappling.
Ah, shit.
That's why one of my favorite things, if you're playing a rogue, taking athletics and being having expertise in it, so that all of a sudden you're a weird motherfucker who's really good at pushing people around. It really catches a lot of people off guard. I like having expertise. If you're playing a rogue, you get expertise. I like having expertise in weird skills people don't expect, like intimidation. Medicine. Yeah, actually, there is actually a healer rogue build that's surprisingly good.
Oh, I believe it.
Speaking of expertise,
Mhm.
I can choose athletics, persuasion,
Any skill
investigation,
you're proficient with, and any toolkits you're proficient with.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Which
realize that was the same ones.
I
But-
recommend any rogue. I recommend taking thieves' tools as a proficiency. I think you get it, but it's also worth taking it as an expertise if you plan on being, because thieves' tools is opening locks, disarming traps, things like that.
Okay, yeah, that was what I was like hinting at. Is if you thought in this campaign it'd be worth taking thieves' tools.
Yes, it is never not worth taking thieves' tools.
We're gonna get
Okay.
through this, and we're gonna find out that Soda can't sneak at all as a rogue. But he's just so fucking, he's so goddamn good at intimidation. Everyone just it's like they can't see him.
He
He's
just
gonna be John Cena.
charismas them into it. There is,
Exactly.
I heard about one campaign where somebody was an orc rogue and they put everything into intimidation. So they would just intimidate guards to be like, you don't see me.
Yep.
I still don't know about this. I was gonna do humanoids, but then it's like choose two races and that's a lot.
Yeah, so if you select humanoid, it does make you select subtypes. You could given the Sylvan's distaste for undead, like we discussed, you could take undead.
Yeah, but I want to tame some undead.
You want to tame some undead?
Well, like if there's like a reborn raven, that's hard. I know, and that's the problem is I'm trying to like differentiate the two. So maybe I'll just go undead because it makes sense to her story, and I'm not Mr. Handy.
Undead works. Beasts is solid, especially for level 1 rangers. Beasts is like wolves.
But they're friends.
They are friends. They are friends.
I think we'll
you can
keep
still know how to kill your friends. It's important to know.
I was also thinking plants. Because she already has a nature proficiency. But is there a lot of...
There is, at the very least, I can say one plant that I'm familiar with in the early stages. I don't think there's many.
I 100%
Still
think
talking to plants is not a good thing for me to think.
No. Hold on. Talk to plants lets you talk to any plant.
Right.
You
but
can
I
talk
mean,
to the tree.
Plant is a creature type. Let me check something.
Yeah, and then I have a question regarding that.
I am the Lorax. I talk to the
Never
trees.
mind. There is surprisingly there is not a large amount of plants, but there are at least plant enemies that show up semi-regularly. They're on every random encounter table in the wild.
That's funny.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees, and these trees are screaming in Vietnamese.
Correct.
I'm tempted to take that just because I still
And
kind of see her as a plant person. I'll do undead. What do they speak?
Undead?
Yeah.
That depends on the undead. Mostly they speak what they spoke in life.
I was going to say common.
Well, so you already have common. But Abyssal and Infernal are both very good for undead because it's a lot of demonic shit tends to go into undead as well.
Oh, so I can speak the language. Oh.
Yes.
So she
is
hates
the language that
these people so much she learned their language.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Just so she can insult them in their language.
I was going to say, it's my favorite. Yeah. Like, I'm really good at hunting dragons, so I learned Draconic. Like,
just to fuck with them.
Just to fuck with them. Actually, it is where, as I would say after saying that might be a language worth knowing. That might be a language worth knowing for you.
I almost shit myself. I laughed so hard.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
However, I'm also like Elvish. I feel like that might come like it would kind of make sense.
So Sylvan is kind of like Elven, but it's further in, right?
I also took Elven, so you don't have to.
Okay. Oh, can anybody speak Giant? I feel like
I don't like those guys.
They're gonna be assholes.
Giant?
I don't trust anyone bigger than me, so
depends on the type of giant.
What about Hagrid, the half giant?
Hagrid would probably be like actually, I think Hagrid in this game would be considered a Furbolg. And Furbolgs are really, really cool people.
Did you call me?
A Furbolg. They're one of my favorite races.
What is deep speech?
Deep speech is the speech of
slowly.
Deep speech is the speech of the Underdark.
Underdark?
The Underdark. It is a vast network of subterranean caves and caverns deep below. It's like below like the dwarven mines and things. They dig deep into the Underdark. It's where like the Drow live. Like the Dark Elves.
Okay.
Oh yes, the Moon Elves.
No.
What's Undercommon?
I understand.
Moon Elves.
I'm making a joke.
Moon Elves
Previous campaign that I've played.
Moon Elves
years
were
ago.
way ancient, and then they got smitten by their god and split into various spaces.
Last question.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Undercommon. Is that like common but not?
So Undercommon is the common tongue of the Underdark.
Maybe I'll learn that one.
Let me correct myself on deep speech. I think deep speech is aberrations. I've got it backwards. Deep speech is speaking to fucking Cthulhu. It's related.
Oh.
I'm gonna learn that one.
Deep speech?
The undead can speak to Cthulhu. Why not?
Sure.
Either that or Undercommon. What do you?
Can I learn sign language?
So this is a bit of, I guess,
TSL?
inclusion in my games. If you speak the language, you know the sign language for it.
Oh, cute.
Interesting. Okay, I
Oh,
like
that's
that.
cool. I love that. Sorry.
I think-
guys. All that energy.
That's
I'll
okay.
do Undercommon because it's like
Sounds good.
undead, but not. So Draconic,
Yeah,
I'm tempted. I
be-
want to
be-
talk to a
great.
dragon.
I would take Draconic. Given what we've talked about, I would say Draconic is probably the best bet.
Okay.
Because Undercommon, I don't think there's anything that speaks Undercommon in this campaign.
Ah. Does anything speak deep speech?
Me.
Potentially.
I'm worried. I'm taking that one because it scares me.
I'm learning deep speech because it scares me.
Yes. The idea of what they're saying, I need to know. Okay, sorry, ability score method.
Oh, there you go. Actually, hold up. I just checked a thing. So deep speech there is at least one thing in Curse of Strahd that speaks deep speech.
And I get to know what the fuck it says.
Would you like to know what it is?
Yes.
Is it sprinkles?
It's Baron Strahd von Zarovich.
Oh, the
Of course
boss?
it
He speaks deep speech.
Well, so do I now, motherfucker.
You
You and
don't
your-
scare me.
Now I can flirt with you in multiple languages.
You might like that.
Oh yeah. I want
Yeah.
acrobatics, not athletics. I almost chose the wrong one.
So my hit points aren't going up. I'm supposed to have an extra one because it goes off Charisma, Constitution.
Hey, you guys have numbers?
Hmm?
I only have the numbers of my the race put in. I have nothing else.
We're gonna. Don't worry. We're not. We're getting there.
Okay, so what do you guys think about this? I know as a changeling, I have to have my skill set in deception. The whole point of espionage with that.
You
But
don't
for
have
my
to.
other
You
one,
can be just bad at it.
I mean, I could be bad at it.
That'd
but
be
that would
really
be-
funny.
Oh my
That'd be
gosh.
great.
You
Do
like
it.
you get caught as a cat and they look at you and you're like, Bork.
Oh my god.
The junk.
It's the Avatar issue all over again from Fallout. So on this
Rest in
one, I was
peace.
trying to deception for one, and then should I take intimidation or persuasion?
I personally would like to see a bear trying to stealth, and then when somebody
I was-
catches him, just be like, no.
I think intimidation. Given what we know about what I know about your character, I would say intimidation's probably their better option.
Okay, that's
Yeah, because I was gonna do some persuasion as well.
Now, it's never bad to have overlap in skills.
Okay.
What?
Okay, I wasn't sure.
I'll keep us hydrated and fed.
Especially, essentially, things like stealth. It's never bad if everyone in your party has stealth.
Oh.
You don't need it. You don't need it.
Shocky's the distraction that helps our stealth.
I'm shiny, heavily armored, and loud.
wait. I
Yeah,
can
that
speak
sounds
two
right.
other languages.
You'll probably get more because when we get to the background, you'll probably get another one.
Oh, so I still need to find one other language.
Yeah.
Aside from
Yeah, dude.
Elvish.
Adventurers are incredibly smart.
Spanish.
Okay, so we got Elvish, we got whatever Corpse is doing. I forgot already.
Deep speech.
Deep
Deep
speech.
speech.
Oh, and Fae. So I can talk to
So,
fairies
yeah.
and summon Cthulhu.
So, if we have not already gotten it, we should be at a point for abilities, right?
Yeah.
Corpse, did you get your class stuff put in already?
I believe so. You're gonna proofread everything after, right?
I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I got it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So for abilities, we are doing standard array. Let me get you the list of them. So standard array, the way it works is that you will have a set of values that you get to assign to whatever stats you want. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the resources. Given that it's your first campaign, I'm going to actually change it a little bit, just so it's not quite as brutal.
Wait, what's happening with abilities?
Just a moment.
Panic.
Don't panic. It's not a bad thing. So those are the stats in resources. You get to assign those to the attributes you want, and then the modifiers that we selected earlier will get added on top of them.
Hell yeah.
So we put that into.
Yeah. So in your abilities, if you set that to custom,
Oh,
you
okay.
can then input your scores.
Yeah, so you can take that 16 and put it into Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
So
14 into Intelligence.
what's Constitution do? Is that like your hold strong?
That is your hit points.
Hit points. And then Dexterity
Yeah, we don't need those.
is reaction type stuff.
Dexterity is how hard it is to hit you in light armor, as well as like things that require you to be nimble and dexterous. Yeah.
Intelligence is smart.
Yep. Intelligence. The tricky one for a lot of people is the difference between intelligence and wisdom.
And Soda told me,
Right.
and I forgot.
Yeah. So intelligence is what you learn in the classroom. Wisdom is what you learn on the streets.
Oh, so she's not gonna.
Where do I put what I've
Now
learned
you-
in the sheets?
That is
Charisma.
charisma. Or dexterity. Hold up. Or
I'm already
dexterity.
done, I think.
Or constitution. Depends on
I
where
can
you want
take
to
a
perform the
beating.
best. Yeah. Okay. And then it looks like that already did do the inputs onto your thing. Yeah, Shaki, that's all set.
I feel like mine is wrong, and I'm confused.
Yeah, yours, I don't know why yours had them all put in already, like in under abilities.
Because under race, it asked me to put it in there.
No. So in race, that is you put in your total values. You're just supposed to be +1 or 2 in these. So what you're seeing, under race is not the actual attributes. What you're seeing in this is your bonuses. So where did you want the pluses?
I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Okay, one moment. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little altering here. So what attributes did you want increased from your race? So you get again either 1 up by 2 and 1 by 1, or 3 stats up by 1.
Okay, so for that I did charisma and constitution.
Okay, charisma by 2.
Sorry. I did wisdom and constitution. Wisdom by 2, constitution by 1.
Gotcha. So then now if you go to your abilities and then go to custom, now you can input those where you want, and then they'll update there on the top.
Okay, so I'm not supposed to put the +2. I'm not supposed to put the +2 in abilities. I'm supposed to put.
Yeah, so in abilities, this is where you put in the standard array. It's where you input the scores.
Okay, so that's correct. Am I supposed to put the +2 in race where you were talking about?
Yeah, I already did that for you. I think.
Because that's why I have my wisdom should be a 12 from a 10, and then constitution should go from 12 to 13 is what I did. So now when I look at I have a 20 in strength, 28 in dexterity, and that's why I'm confused. I feel like I did something wrong.
Right, yeah, so if you go to your race, the reason you have those are so high is because in your race you put in your scores. So hold on. And then you said 1 to constitution?
Correct.
And then 2 to wisdom?
Hold on.
There you go. I just updated it for you. Go ahead and close out of your character sheet and come back in real quick.
Okay. Let me just see what's happening here now.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think I did really good with my stats.
I agree.
For a paladin?
Yeah.
I think mine's doing pretty good. I don't know. Is it possible
okay.
to go lower?
I see what happened.
Or is that just the base? Like 10's the
So
lowest?
I was going to say, anytime I do standard array, I also do a very little bit of point pie. So if you want to lower a stat by 2, or lower a total of your stats by 2 points, to then reallocate 2 of those points somewhere else, you can do that.
Yeah, because with her backstory, I don't know how wise. She's very naive. Incredibly naive.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like I should take that out of wisdom. And
Well, so here's the trick with that. You actually might want a little bit of wisdom because as a ranger, that is your spellcasting modifier. It also helps with your tracking and stuff.
okay.
So if you want to take it out of intelligence and put it in wisdom, it might be worth it.
I'd just be switching my 10 and 12 though, unless I took the
True,
intelligence
but
down
then-
further.
I was going to say, you could take your intelligence down to an 8 and put your wisdom to a 14.
What would intelligence entail for her?
Intelligence would hit your nature, which means she, like, her understanding of nature would be very limited to what she was taught. I'm pretty sure that's the only skill you have that is affected by intelligence. Which is the only thing that would be affected by your intelligence being that low.
Maybe I'll just... These stats, do they go up as you level up?
Yes.
Okay, good. So it's not like Fallout where once it's there, it's locked in unless you get the skill modifier.
Yeah, so you'll get every 4 levels, you will get an ability score increase, which you can either use to increase your skills, or you can use them, or your attributes, or you can use it to get a feat. And some feats increase your attributes as well.
Is it possible for Frosty to go up to a plant and ask it if he can eat it?
Yes.
So...
That would be, you could, knowing if something is safe to eat would be survival.
Yeah, because her class had the proficiencies, and one was nature. And I think that was part of nature, is knowing like what'll heal, what'll do.
Yes.
So if he can talk to them, I wonder if I should put that into something else.
I mean, that's fair.
Maybe I'll do athletics. She can be a nimble little...
That would be acrobatics, would be nimble.
Well, that was athletics. Oh, wait, that's the run.
Athletics is for like climbing and jumping. Acrobatics is for like dodging and
I don't have
I also
that.
tend to use acrobatics for tightrope walking, like balance. Yeah.
What's
squeezing through things?
Insight again?
Insight? Ooh, insight is your social, like your ability to detect social changes.
Oh, so mine should be negative. Got it.
Yeah, insight is your ability to like read people's expressions and their terminology and things like that.
With paired with animal handling, would that also...
Yeah, that would let you get a lot of readings on like how, like a reason why an animal would be reacting the way they are. Yeah.
Okay, so
because my hit points are only 9.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mine are 11.
Okay.
I have 12.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're level 1, buddy.
Okay. Okay. As long as that's not like absurdly low or out of.
Because a rogue has a D8 hit die. You start with your maximum HP, so it's going to be 8 plus your Constitution modifier.
Oh wait, Frosty, are
Which-
you okay with... Sorry. You finished.
No, please go ahead.
I was just gonna ask Frost, are you okay being the can I eat this plant person?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And yeah, given that your con is 13, that'd be +1. So yeah, you 9 HP checks out.
Okay. Also, I did a little bit of a point buy-in. It took
If
my
if you can get that,
intelligence
if you can get that con up to 14, then you can get an additional point and bring it up to 10.
Oh, my hit points are 10. I see that now.
Okay. I think I'm happy with where that is. How come it says my suggested abilities is dexterity and intelligence /
Because,
charisma? What does intelligence do for me?
So as a rogue, the reason intelligence is important for you is because you get access to, I think, all of the knowledge skills.
Oh, okay.
It lets you be like an encyclopedia, essentially.
Okay. Yeah, that's
It is-
like what I did in my first playthrough of Disco Elysium.
Yeah. So the trick is, it's kind of a holdover from older editions, because it used to be in older editions of D&D, the higher your intelligence was, the more skill points you got per level, and that was what rogues wanted. So you being like an intelligent rogue mattered. Doesn't matter so much anymore.
Oh yeah, 1d10 for HP on level up.
this is me being a little salty. When 5th edition was being released, I participated in the playtest quite a bit, and paladins in the playtest had a D12 hit die like barbarians. It really solidified them as like a frontliner, which because like fighters also have a D10. I'm still salty that they don't have the D12 now, but they don't really need it.
I mean, I'm not mad about a D10.
D10's great. D10's great. Especially if you've got good con like you do, it only gets better. All right. Is everyone's ability scores in?
Yeah, can you just double check mine and make sure they
Yeah.
look good?
I'll double check. Ace to a bugle. Yeah, looks good. Wisdom being high means that your spells are gonna hit like a
Right.
fucking truck. Gaik Oika, that is Soda. High dex, good charisma. Bink a jam.
A jam.
Good.
Oh.
Okay. Then I fear highly. Perfect. All right. So the next thing we're gonna do is the background. The first, going from the top of the list, Corpse. The background I recommend for you, I'll go ahead and send it to you, is the Outlander. I'll send it to you here.
What is this, Morrowind? I'm just kidding.
Basically.
No,
Or
it's
sorry,
Mel
not
Gibson.
the Outlander. I think it's the Far Wanderer, I think is actually what it is. Far Traveler. So those are the two that I recommend for you, because the Far Traveler is specifically that like you're from somewhere that is so remote to the common people that like your customs and your like ways of speaking are weird and not normal. For let's see, going down the list, Skyke, for Soda. You could run Charlatan, would be a solid background option. Let me see what
Oh yeah, Outlanders have a musical oh my good lord. Instrument.
Yeah.
Oh, a staff hunting trap and a trophy from an animal you killed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlatan would work just fine. Criminal could work.
Well, does everybody?
You could even, if you wanted to be kind of silly, you could do like folk hero. There's a lot of backgrounds. I think those are the main ones that I guess Outlander could work for you as well, but maybe Smuggler or like Urchin if you wanted to go that route. And then
Urchin would kind of make sense.
Urchin, yep, Urchin, you get a mouse.
Ooh, I
You
like
get a little
mice.
mouse, yeah. And then Frost. Let's see. I do think Urchin could work for Frost as well. I think potentially if you wanted to lean into it, you could do like Sage, which is like leans into the Emerald Enclave side of it a little bit. Let's see.
I have my own ideas about what is and is not food. I find the eating habits of those around me fascinating, confusing, or revolting.
Exactly. I told you the Far Wanderer would, I think, work really well.
Where do you guys see that at?
I scrolled down on the.
Here, I'll put it in the resources. There's a whole list of backgrounds. There's a lot of them, so that's why I'm trying to find like options. Acolyte could work for you.
Oh yeah, chaotic stuff.
Yeah, I think those are the main ones. I would do like Urchin, Sage, or Acolyte would be kind of the best ones for what we've talked about. And then for Shocky, guard is obviously an obvious one. For what I know about your character's background. Athlete is also just an option. Could also do gladiator. That's kind of, you know. You could also do Knight of the Order, which is a Sword Coast Adventures one. To be honest with looking at it, I think Guard or Knight of the Order would be your best options, Shock.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
And now, these suggested characteristics, you don't have to use. They're just suggestions. They're ways to kind of get you thinking. And we are, by the way, going to be using the background features as well. So whatever you take, you will also get the feature associated with that.
I have weaknesses for the new intoxications and other pleasures of this land. Yeah, I don't know if she knows what alcohol is.
That's gotta love that.
So it says we want to roll a d6?
So yeah, you can roll for them, or if there are ones that specifically like suit your character off the bat, just use those.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this out. I think I gotta go.
I was gonna say, Wanderer or Sightseer, I think are both options. Good options. That's all just again examples of like where you're from.
Yeah, looking at Far Traveler, I do like that one. Let's go background. So you said the other one was Sightseer?
Well, Sightseer is one of the options under Far Wanderer for like what.
Oh,
what you're
I see it
doing.
now. I'm blind.
And then
I guess
yeah,
I'd
so
say
you'll
that
get
myself.
all of the if you're all looking at your backgrounds, you'll get the skills and tool proficiencies and the language they give you, as well as the equipment. So everything that it shows that you get there, you will get.
What is with all these musician things? Okay, proficiencies.
What's
Are we
wrong
doing the 2024 or 20?
with 2014? We don't touch 2024.
Oh wait,
Okay,
I've
just making-
already got. Oh, okay. So, because she has the class thing for insight, I should change that because it also comes
No,
with this background.
if you already have, if you actually have both of those proficiencies, it just means you get to choose 2 more.
From the class
Yeah,
one, or just in the
No.
background? randomly?
Actually, so with your background, if you already have those proficiencies when it comes to your background, you just get to choose 2 more proficiencies.
Well, here we go. Acrobatics.
So,
Would it have to be in like this same kind of skill, or can I pick like a weapon proficiency?
no, you-
Oh, okay.
so you can pick a weapon proficiency, but as a ranger, you don't need to. I believe rangers are proficient with all weapons.
Oh.
Rangers are proficient with simple and martial weapons. Yeah, you're proficient with all the weapons you need.
I was thinking, because of her background, eventually I might do what's that thing where you can double spec? Sorcery.
Crossing Ooh,
I was
yeah.
thinking of doing some sorcery stuff. What would be a proficiency that would help with that? Arcana?
Arcana would be good. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I might do that one. Because, maybe medicine. That sounds helpful, though.
Medicine's also good. Yeah.
I'll do medicine, and I'll just start the...
Given what we've talked about from your NPC as well, Arcana is something that she could have taught you as well.
Yeah, I think I can go for it. By the way, Petal's background is 657 words. The NPC, I think, is 8,000. So I'm sorry
Hell
about
yeah.
that.
No, that's great.
But it kind of better describes Petal and what her upbringing would have been like.
That's exactly. One of the characters that I am playing, get to play on occasion. my character's backstory was like a paragraph, and then everything that all the important NPCs that led up to him are like 2 or 3 pages. So
Perfect.
I understand.
Yeah, which of course hers will need a bit of editing just with the kind of more lore about what we talked about and certain things in her background. Okay. So I have acrobatics and arcana now.
Nice.
I have a question. So I was looking at the backgrounds for Charlatan. Skill proficiencies is deception and sleight of hand. If I already have deception, does that stack in some way?
You pick anything you want. If you already have the proficiencies that they give you, just pick another one.
Okay.
When it says tool proficiencies, does that go under this one, or is that something else?
Does that background give you a tool proficiency?
It's just a musical instrument or gaming set of your choice.
Oh, yeah. Would you rather a musical instrument or a gaming set?
What does her item have to? That seems like it's from a game.
It is just so her item is just an item. It's not technically linked to anything. But instruments. I mean, look, people know how to play instruments. Even in bright fun fantasy, it's still shit sucks sometimes, and instruments help with that. As for gaming sets, there are 4 gaming sets you can be proficient in. It is dice, dragon chess, playing cards, or 3 dragon ante.
What is 3 dragon ante?
That one.
So the 3-card Monty?
I believe so.
What is
my
3-card
god,
Monty?
I want it.
Okay.
Find the queen. Find the queen.
Soda can do that.
No, I'm just kidding.
Where would I put an instrument?
It's gonna be a tool proficiency. Yes, it is 3-card Monty.
I love it.
Is that on here?
It's gonna be a proficiency tools. So
Weapon, armor, skill, tech, language.
Take a look.
Sorry.
You're okay.
Can someone send me what urchin is supposed to be? Because I can't read it. Because I don't. It says I'm supposed to pay for the player's handbook.
Oh, my bad. I forget that not everyone has. Because I use D&D Beyond, and like I said, I have the super bundle. Yeah, let me grab it for you.
I do have access to 5e tools with the urchin. Oh.
This is background egg. Tech, maybe? Yeah, it's under tech. It's like drum, dulcimer, flute.
Oh, tech.
Yeah, I don't know why it's under tech. That's a weird proficiency name for it, but could do pan flutes. Could do bagpipes.
I didn't realize that bagpipes were not only Scottish but very Canadian. I thought it was just everywhere. Soda was very disturbed when he found out how popular bagpipes are around here.
Yeah, it's very
bagpipes
weird.
Rule.
It was just very strange.
Okay, so now I'm on personality traits. I do
What?
bonds and flaws.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna Google the difference between a flute and a pan flute.
Pan flute is what you see like satyrs playing.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like the various reeds and like the triangle pattern.
What would be the most... What would the high class use? Upper society.
Probably because woodwinds are relatively cheap to produce, and they would not be. You'd probably be looking at like
Recorder.
the lute or the lyre. If you're looking for like high end things, it's going to be the more expensive ones. So you're looking at like bagpipes, the dulcimer, the lute, the lyre, or the viol.
Not the flute? Oh.
The flute. You can make a flute out of a stick.
Or skin.
I've seen people make. Shut up. I've seen people make flutes out of like carrots and stuff too.
Yep. Most like wind instruments are going to be relatively cheap because you can kind of make them out of anything.
Maybe I'll do that because then it's versatile and she can make one out of anything and play it.
There you go.
What do I put in custom background features?
Yeah.
The custom background feature. Are you doing Charlatan?
Yes.
Your feature will be false identity.
Oh, okay, I see there.
Oh, my feature is why are you here?
I think your feature is actually all eyes on you. All eyes on me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, all eyes on you is what it's called.
That gives me anxiety. Is that new?
Yeah, it's your accent, mannerisms, figures of speech, and perhaps even your appearance all mark you as foreign. Curious glances are directed your way wherever you go, which can be a nuisance. But also, you gain the friendly interest of scholars and others intrigued by far-off lands, to say nothing of everyday folk who are eager to hear stories of your homeland. You can parlay this attention into access to people and places you might not otherwise have for you and your traveling companion.
Oh, okay.
Noble lords, scholars, and merchant princes, to name a few, might be interested in hearing about your distant homeland and people.
They're going to be very bored very fast, but it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Ideal bond and flaw. Oh, okay, so that's this part. Oh, okay.
Yep. Because, Shocky, you said you were good to go. You finished your background?
I need to do the personality traits, ideals, bond, and flaws. But I
Right
have
on.
no idea what to do for this.
Well, so those are they are listed in under the background. If you want to use the ones like the predetermined ones, so they should have tables there. Oh, the knight doesn't have them.
Yeah.
Okay, I would look at like the soldier or guard and use those because those should have those have personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws. If you want to use the tables, again, those are basically just there to help you get into the character space.
Ooh, I can either be intoxicated by the people or the pleasures.
They can be the same thing.
That's what I'm thinking. Personality traits, there's 2 boxes, right? Just pick one?
You get 2.
Oh, so I can pick 2 out of that list?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't see where the list is.
Food.
So, hold on. We'll send you the one for the soldier, Shocky. It's going to be there in the resources. Actually, looking at soldier, maybe not, because that one is very much like, I've been through fucking war.
Right, I'm sure I can find, just go back to the thing and do guard.
Guard, yeah, let me check the guard. So I'm pretty sure.
I got it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google some of these instruments before we move
Go for
on to the next one, and I'm gonna see what I think sounds best.
Just don't look up meat.
I want something that she could.
Of course,
I want like
guard
a
doesn't fucking exist.
calming
Guards, yep.
instrument, which is not bagpipes.
No.
I have wanted for so long to do a one-man band bard, but I've been turned down at every DM's like, you can't do that.
High enough dexterity.
Check City Watch. Also doesn't have one. Jesus. Regular knight have one? Do the regular knight.
Okay.
Or I guess it uses the knight uses the noble variant, I guess.
Yeah.
The night is dark and full of terrors.
Yep.
Never mind, I'm gonna do liar.
Oh,
'Cause
look,
there's a
Soda
harp
actually
variant.
understands that joke.
You could also use the marine is another one. that could potentially work.
So I'm choosing the urchin, and I feel attacked because this. I'm looking at the personality traits, and I'm like, this hits a little close.
Yeah, dude.
While we're still doing this, I'll be right back. I just need to use the little girl's room.
We'll see you when you get back.
So you nailed it with the Far Traveler. That's gonna be perfect for her.
I like as soon as you told me the background, I was like, I know which one it's gonna be.
Yeah, I kind of figured after I saw Charlatan, I'm like, it's hard for me to choose anything else.
Usually there's a when if you have like a good idea of your character, usually you'll see a background. It's like, well, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the first two, Sage and the other one. It just didn't fit. Like I'm like
That was I picked those because of the potential for the Emerald Enclave being like having like leaning into that. That was the kind of
I see where you're coming from, because I was like, I'm like picturing this character. I'm like, but okay, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. But that was why I opened with Urchin, because given the upbringing, you know.
Yeah.
Almost there. Got equipment, and then that's basically.
So do we have to choose our ideals off of our?
You don't have to.
Okay,
Those
just wanted to
are
make
just
sure.
suggestions. Yeah, those are just suggestions.
I kind of like the all people, rich, poor deserve respect, because like you said, it does dig into that. Like you're not abiding by like it could show like the evil side of things. Like no, all people deserve respect. You're not doing it, and then people go mad by it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change. I had a thought. My abilities a bit, and I'm gonna take her intelligence down too because she is learning all this stuff, and I'm gonna put that into a different one.
I respect that. I also just because I was just reminded of it. Did y'all see the opening? Because they released the opening for the upcoming Devil May Cry series.
I have not.
So it's some of the same people who did Castlevania. So it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
But the opening song is Limp Bizkit. I wish I was joking, but I'm not.
All right, I'm on to equipment. I'm done.
Yes. Now, is that
Yeah,
the
it's,
equipment that comes with the background?
No, the equipment is going to be from your class. We'll get to that here in just a second.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, one of the example bonds fits perfect for me.
I know, isn't that great when you see that?
Yeah.
It is. Rollin' by Limp Bizkit is the opening for the upcoming Devil May Cry. It's wild, dude. It fits. Don't get me wrong, but like, it is nuts. Next thing you know, we're gonna have another animated series come out based on a video game that uses goddamn Nickelback.
A Canadian treasure.
I was just gonna say Canada would love that.
Here's the deal. I'll be completely honest. I unironically like Nickelback.
I'm hit or miss with Nickelback. Depends on the day.
It does depend on the album and the song. It does depend on the animal on the album and the song.
The animal, eh?
Because like Photographs, snore. Animals, fucking banger.
That one is a lot
That
of
was
fun.
where my mind went.
I kind of figured.
Okay, I'm on to equipment as well.
Okay. So, I recommend, given it's your first time, I recommend not taking the gold and just going with your class's starting equipment.
Um, because the background for my character,
It will give you equipment. Your backgrounds do give you equipment.
yeah. Though I think I might get rid of her gold from there and do what we talked about with her companion.
Okay. Works for me. So if you go to your class page, like the page for your class where that has like your the wiki page, underneath your class features, there's going to be a section that says equipment. That's your starting package.
Okay. Classes.
Oh, sorry. Hold up. Yeah. So I'll just post them in the. So this is for the ranger. And way. Is equipment. Yeah.
Yeah, because mine I already.
Longsword is versatile, so it can be used in both one or two hands.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I feel like I get 2 daggers based on my background and my class.
Yeah. I mean, you can never have enough. You can never have enough daggers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was actually about to ask because mine comes with 2 daggers as well. Do those break often?
They might break. You might throw them.
Okay.
They might get stuck in an enemy.
They might get stuck in an enemy. You might use throw them at an enemy that then falls to a place where you can't retrieve them.
That's fair.
You might sell it for skooma.
You could sell it for skooma. Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, guys.
Okay.
All right, my equipment's done. For class equipment.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I've
looks
got
like
it all there in
it-
the resource as well, but
Yeah. Oh. You know, lately in games, I never used to be a spear person, but I've kind of Soda got me onto spears. I'm not
Look.
mad at them.
here's the deal. I'm a big proprietor for spears. I think swords are cool. Swords obviously hold a very specific part in history. But there's a reason that as soon as spears became a staple on the battlefield, you stopped seeing handed weapons. You stopped seeing like swords and maces in the hands of infantry, and you just started seeing polearms because spears are good, and then halberds are good, and pikes are good.
Yeah, I was looking for polar.
What's the equivalent of the longsword with hammer?
I think it's the maul.
Is it the maul?
It's either the maul or the warhammer.
But I'm also like,
No, the warhammer is definitely
Axe.
two-handed, isn't it?
I think the warhammer is actually the versatile one. One moment.
Because the maul, the morning star, the warhammer.
Weapons 5e.
oh, wait, what's in a dungeon pack versus a
A Dungeoneer's pack.
versus explorer?
You're gonna want to look that up. I don't have it on hand, but I can get it for you
Yeah.
here in a second.
Oh, it's okay.
Because they do have specific things that are in them.
Yeah, dungeon.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Warhammer is versatile. Warhammer is 1d8, 1d10. So the Warhammer is the long sword of bludgeoning.
Got it. And now I'm done with equipment.
Perfect.
Swap from the sword to the hammer.
Hell yeah.
Roll20 has
The
a thing
maul's
on
the two-handed one.
Dungeoneers.
It's weird that the warhammer's not the two-hander, but okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, this is also kind of a holdover from older editions of D&D, because like if you know what a maul is, it's not actually a hammer at all.
Yeah, it's just kind of a big club.
No, it's an axe. A maul is literally hold up. I'll send
Wait,
it.
I thought a mall was where people go to
Uh,
spend their money.
Yep, very much so. Yeah, so I'll put it in the handouts. A maul is literally the weighted axes we use for like splitting wood. Now, in like like a traditional maul is like a beaked hammer, but like a modern maul is just is like a sledgehammer that's a hammer on one end and an axe on the other.
I
But I
googled.
guess they just did.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh no, my Google's going off. I think I figured it out. Sorry.
Okay.
Never
Yeah. I don't know why they couldn't have just called it like a great hammer, or like a heavy mace. I don't know. Because they've got great club, right? Great club exists.
Do I not have any spells at level 1?
Nope. Paladins don't get spells till I think level 2. Same with Rangers. Rangers don't start with spells.
Yep, no, I don't get my first spell and oh, that's Artificer. I do. Yeah, I get to smite at level 2.
Yep. Thus begins
Wait,
the
I'm supposed to
smite.
get lay on hands and spell casting.
Level 2. Yeah. Well, lay on hands, I
Level
think.
1. Yeah.
Well, so it gives you your spell casting ability. You have the ability to cast spells. You just don't have any spell slots until level 2. So like, if you look at
I've got
your
2 spell slots.
at level 2,
1. Level 1.
no, first levels the you don't get your first level spell
That's
slots.
why. Never mind. I'm
Yeah.
dumb. That's because it's fucking Player's Handbook 24.
Oh, yep. So we don't like 24, dude.
Tools. That makes more sense. Yeah, I'm just gonna use the 5e community wiki.
That is what I recommend. Yeah.
5e tools is good, but
You have to check and filter between the 2 editions. Yeah.
So I'm looking at the difference between a rapier and a short sword.
Mhm.
I'm coming across like Reddit posts about the 2. But I'm
Okay.
a little confused. Just because I guess one of them is better for like sneak attacks.
So, the short sword. The short sword has finesse and light, which means it can be used in your offhand, as well as uses your dexterity for the damage. Whereas a rapier just has finesse. So it basically depends on what you're planning on doing. If you are planning on using just one weapon, the rapier is your bet. If you want to dual wield, daggers and short swords are your best friend.
Okay.
alright, I get to take a nap while all the casters get to do their spells.
We only have one caster. We have one caster. And the benefit is that being a druid, he just knows all his spells. He doesn't have to like select spells. He has to prepare spells every day. He doesn't have to like pick all the spells that he learns.
And given that I'm like a little guy with strength of 10, I can wield a rapier and a short sword.
Oh yeah.
Either
Yeah.
or.
Boom, no feats either, so I can just start working on my story.
Yeah, there's
All
no
right, I
there's
am
no
back.
the only because you're a small creature, the only thing you can't use are things that are heavy.
Okay.
Which I fundamentally disagree with, because like a halfling should be able to use a greatsword, but or a heavy crossbow, but I understand why you can't. You gotta balance it somehow. can't let halflings be too cool,
All
or
right.
goblins for that matter.
I'm assuming everybody's passed spells and they're probably got feats or whatever now.
No,
No.
I think we're still doing equipment.
Okay.
Have you met us?
Yeah,
And then Frost, because you are a druid, you don't need to like select the spells you know. You just know all of the spells in your list.
Okay,
You
so
just
I don't
have
need
to-
to select like.
You have you have to prepare spells.
Okay.
So usually what I recommend doing, especially if it's your first time, I recommend finding a few spells that will be your like staples, your go-tos, and have those ones that are just prepared most of the time, and then have a few slots that you can go back and forth on.
also having a real hard time.
How many do I get to
Selecting a
prepare? Is it
pack.
4?
Let me double check. What were you saying, Soda?
I'm having a real tough time selecting a pack. Burglar, Dungeoneer, or Explorer.
They all do a bunch of stuff. So I'll get to that in just a second. So yeah, preparing your druid spells shows how many spell slots you have. You prepare the list of druid spells that are available to you, choose a number of druid spells equal to your wisdom modifier plus your druid level.
So druid
at-
level 1.
What's your wisdom?
Wisdom is my wisdom modifier is 2.
Okay, so you only have 3 spells to prepare, but you will have cantrips as well. You'll have 2 cantrips, right?
Okay.
So you only know 2 cantrips. You don't know all of those ones.
Right.
So select 2 cantrips, and then you would know 3 spells, or be able to prepare 3 spells.
Detect magic is one I should definitely take.
Detect magic is always good.
I have.
Oh, did you take Divine Warrior?
Lightbringer for Azir,
Ah, right.
or Lightbearer.
Lightbearer, yep.
Shaki, are you taking healing words?
What?
Healing Word is a spell.
I don't have any spells yet.
Yet.
Oh, he doesn't have access to any of those yet?
Not yet.
Oh. Okay, well, I'll
That's
take
level
healing
2.
word. I'll take healing word. That way we can at least do some kind of recovery.
Healing Word is good because it's a bonus action.
And then I'm thinking. Let's see. Hold on. Entangle? What is that?
Entangle does exactly what it sounds like. You create a zone that locks people down and stops them from moving.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I always recommend, especially if this is your first time, I recommend among your cantrips, have 1 damaging cantrips, and then you can use for regular attacks, like if you need to. And then I recommend doing the same thing for your high level spells, for your leveled spells. I recommend having at least 1 reliable damage spell on your prepared lists, and then you can lean into other stuff.
So that would be either Ice Knife or Entangle.
Ice Knife is great. Entangle doesn't do damage, I don't think.
Okay, because for my cantrips, I'm doing Guidance and Produce Flame.
Produce Flame is great. Guidance is fantastic. First level, looking at damaging spells. Ice Knife does damage. Thunderwave does. Is that really the only 2 they start with that deal damage? Is Ice Knife and Thunderwave?
Yep.
I guess so. Damn. Yeah. And it just depends on where you want to be. If you're planning on being in the front, Thunderwave is probably better.
Okay.
Ice Knife is Ice Knife's a great like AoE removal, AoE damage. Absorb elements can also technically be classified as damage dealing because it reduces the damage you take and then increases the damage of your next attack.
Okay. But
yeah, I do agree. I think Healing Word is fantastic. It's a great choice. So So like Ice Knife, Healing Word, and Detect Magic. Actually, can you get Healing Word? Oh, you can. Yeah, like Detect Magic, Ice Knife, and Healing Word would be a great starting package.
Okay.
Right. So with that, I think that's all of you done, right? Other than we don't have any feats yet. We don't have any humans, so no feats at the start.
Yeah. So I can get Ice Knife.
All right. So
Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
I'm not seeing Ice Knife on the list here.
In the compendium,
Yeah.
we can just add it. It's not a problem.
Okay.
Right, you're a bugle. Yeah, so it looks like you have the basic ones. I actually don't know if we can add it easily. I'm sure we can add it when the character sheet's fully done. So for now, go ahead and select just a few other
I'll
spells.
take
I would
Entangle for now.
Entangle. I'd also say Thunderwave is the other damaging spell. Thunderwave's great. It pushes people back.
Hit Thunderwave. All right,
Also,
so
your
Detect
wisdom
Magic,
your wisdom is
Thunderwave.
18,
Yeah.
which is +4.
Wait, I'm confused.
Yep.
So your modifier is the way you get your modifier is you subtract 10 from your score and then divide what's left by 2. So your wisdom modifier is 4.
Okay.
Your racial modifier was +2. Your wisdom, like your attribute modifier there, is +4. We'll go over because right now we're still in the character generator. So like
So does that mean I get? You said it's the.
you'll get
The
5 spells right now. Yeah.
Okay, so it's level plus that. Okay. Speak to animals is level 1.
Speaking animals is good. Yeah. Uh-oh. Cackling. What's happening?
I can assist him if he's trying to talk to an animal and vice
Oh,
versa.
yes, you can.
Because I will be learning that in a
Sure.
couple. So I just imagine our characters are off talking to a random raven. Everyone's like, what the fuck are they doing?
Hey, Mr. Raven. Oh no. Hey, Mr. Owl. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll Center of the Tootsie Pop?
Okay, what is
No.
that? I saw that referenced in an owl subreddit, and I don't understand it.
Okay, hold on. We'll get to the ad.
Okay.
Very classic.
It's a classic ad.
Okay. Okay, that's why. It must be an American
It's
thing.
it is an American thing. Yeah.
It's like
Do you know what Tootsie Rolls are?
Yes, I do like them.
So they're like a lollipop that has Tootsie Roll in the middle.
How many licks does it take to get to the center?
I'll put it in funny ha-has.
What is create or destroy water? Wait a minute.
It does exactly what it sounds like. It creates water or it destroys water.
Does it need line of sight?
I think you have to touch it.
Mr. Cat.
So I can shove my hand down somebody's
How many
throat.
licks does it take to get to the
Not
Destroy
necessarily.
water.
Oh, if you check the way it works,
No, I always end up fighting. Ask Mr. Fox, for he's much cleverer than I.
water.
Mr. Fox. How many
So,
licks does it take to get to the
you can
Tootsie Roll
do
Center of a
3.
Tootsie
It's
Pop?
30 feet.
Why don't
It's
you
30 foot. You can create up to
Mr.
10
Turtle,
gallons of
he's
clean
been
water
around
within range in an open container.
a lot longer than
Alternatively, the water
Me?
falls as rain in a
Fine.
30-foot cube within range,
Mr.
extinguishing
Turtle,
exposed
How
flames.
many licks does it
You can
take to
destroy
get
up to
the
10
Tootsie
gallons
Roll
of water
Center
in
of
an
a
open
Tootsie
container
Pop?
within range. Or you can destroy a fog in a 30-foot cube within.
made it without biting.
Oh, dang.
So it's got to be an open container.
Got it. Would we be able to add that ice knife later?
Yeah.
If
yeah,
I
we
leave
can do
if I leave it open? Okay.
We
I'll
can
leave that 5th slot open then.
Oh, wait, my skill proficiency is reset. Wait, did I reset everything? Oh, God. What did I do?
Yeah, mine. Oh, mine did too.
Uh-oh. Oh, no!
Because before my background efficiencies reset, but now my.
I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes Roll20 be that way.
Okay, so that's all good. Yeah, just the class stuff. Wait, so survival is finding food and water. I guess the
Yep.
food part of that would be good. Because if he can make water, then we wouldn't have to worry about it as much.
That's true. It's also following tracks.
Oh, right.
If I drink water, I can make more water.
You can go away now.
Okay.
I do forest. I like forests. Okay.
I'm gonna restart my computer because for whatever reason, I'm not able to click anything in Discord right now.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, my computer's acting a little weird. I'll be back.
Okay, so it was just the skill proficiencies and favorite enemy and stuff that reset. Thank God, nothing to do with the race. Is there a save button?
Not as far as I know.
God damn it. That just took forever to do everything because of her seasons. Oh, I can build my... Okay, I just kept going and hit build character.
Oh, yeah.
I might actually give her a last name. That's what it was.
All hours of the day, my life's interrupted by piss. Fucking bullshit.
Urinate? Oh, no. I didn't pop the window out. Where the hell did it go? What? Whose character is that movement? Shocky's?
Don't worry about it. Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna disappear to a different page real quick. One that has a grid.
Oh, okay. I gotta exit out of the game and then restart it.
My token and everything.
Yeah, my token, when I get the artwork done for my character. I figure we'll just do the favorite season.
We don't do fancy borders here, son.
Then why didn't you say something when I sent it to you?
Because I can just make my own.
Yeah.
Look how. It's that easy.
Also, whatever you did just erased all of the backstory that I wrote.
What?
Yeah.
All I did was remove the token.
I know, but it deleted all of it.
Oh boy.
It's fine.
Well,
I have it copied and pasted, and I was just
okay.
going through and
Good.
editing
Okay.
and fixing stuff that we had talked about that I needed to change in it.
Yeah. Yeah, if y'all have images that you would like to use or art that you are making for characters, just send me the stuff and I will get you a token made up.
I should work on spring then.
And the cool thing is, so the cool thing is actually, Corpse, if you send me the image that has all of, I saw what you're working on. If you send me the image that has all of them on there, I can make you a multi-sided token. That way you can switch back and forth between.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, because I was just going to have like the different images on screen as well, just so we can keep track.
I got you. It's easy.
Oh, and I should do different borders and change my layout depending on what season she's in.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing the tree person. Oh, cool.
Ooh, yeah, because they can switch seasons. So I thought that would be my fun kind of controlled chaos.
I like that.
Is her mood and how she approaches situations is going to depend on how she wakes up in the morning. What side of the bed are we on? And
We got one aunt from Encanto.
yeah,
Yeah.
just watch out when she's in summer.
Why?
They're very aggressive.
I was gonna make a really stupid joke. given the element that summer's linked to.
Do it.
I was gonna say just because she's in heat.
I think I was gonna say it'd be more like autumn, spring as well, but summer she'd just be very more aggressive about it. Like, this is what's happening.
Yeah, like spring
We're going.
would be the season for that, but for most animals.
Yeah.
Most animals.
Some of them are winter.
Mm-hmm.
So they have their babies in spring. We actually have a deer who had fawns not too long ago, which is very, like, girl, what are you doing? It is freezing out right now.
Yep.
But in her defense, we had, like, a really mild fall. And winter up until now has been, like, 15 degrees.
It happens a lot here in Texas where we'll have deer that are just like, it's too hot to have babies. And then as soon as the heat falls off, it starts to freeze. Like, there's no in between with Texas. It's like hot and then it's freezing. And so you'll see them near the end of summer, just a whole bunch of new foals or new fawns, and I'm like, you fools.
You dumb motherfuckers.
Yep.
I sure am.
Oh, so for all of her character descriptor stuff, I just put her height and weight, and then everything just changes with the season.
I did see.
As you can see. We have a variety of races going on.
We have everyone's characters made then, right?
Yeehaw!
All right.
I'm finalizing my character info, but yes.
Okay. So I am going to note there is, as an incentive here, I reward note takers. Anyone who participates in recap with notes, and like if you're taking notes and you're recapping things that are going on at the start of every session, I award inspiration for participants. It's important. I especially with everything that's going on in this campaign, it's important to have at least one note taker. So.
Oh, all of my stuff just reset or something. Well, not all of it, but a lot of it.
Yeah, I don't. Roll20 do be a problem sometimes. I don't know why it's being a dickhead. But, Corpse,
Hello.
if you would be so good, go ahead and turn off your music, please.
No, but it's happy and calming, and I'm scared about what you're gonna
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Don't even worry about it.
I'm kidding. Give me like 10 minutes. Oh, here it is. I have
10 minutes?
So many different tabs open and windows for like what's on stream, what's off stream, D&D, some videos I want to watch later about random topics, more D&D.
Can you see my stuff? Because like equipment, I can't even change it.
Nope. It looks like you are. Yeah, it's because you're still in the background tab. It looks like.
What browser are you
Okay.
using, Soda?
Hold up. I think your best
Chrome.
bet at this point is just going to be to go all the way over to review and say apply changes, and then just build it from the character sheet. Hold up. I'm using it to build your character. We'll walk through it here real quickly, because it's.
Yeah, like my class proficiencies have also reset.
That's okay. I'm gonna hit apply changes, and we should be able to alter those from the actual character sheet.
Okay, so I'm in review, and you want me to hit apply changes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now you should be able to make your alterations. Yeah, if you have proficiencies, you can just check those boxes.
Okay.
For anything that's proficient, and then the same with under equipment, you can just hit that plus button. It looks like it's gonna make you put your class features and stuff back in, but so you got a little bit of work to do, but you should be good to go.
Okay. That is fine.
Okay, everything is done on my sheet.
Perfect. And
Oh, are you streaming music now?
I was about to say, let me know when that music is off.
Oh, it's been off and it's really eerie and weird.
Okay.
I just realized that. I was like, why am I uncomfortable? Oh.
How's the volume?
Perfect.
Everyone else agree?
Oh. What just happened
Oh, we're
here?
gonna die.
I must
And
have happy
y'all
hour.
can hear it. Okay, good. Welcome. Welcome, friends, new and old, to our opening session. I guess this is the session 0 of Curse of Strahd.
No.
The first D&D campaign for 3 of our 4 players here, right?
Aye.
So as anyone who's played Curse of Strahd before may know, we talked about this briefly as a group here before, but every adventure through Barovia is preceded by a reading, the Fortune of Fates, as they call it. The reading begins with the first card. This card is denoted the History card. For our party, the first card is the Warrior. It speaks of knowledge hidden deep within the past. It's a time to study and reflect on what has come before, for in the ancient lessons of the world, you'll find the answers you seek. Your enemy, though powerful, is rooted in a lineage you must understand to overcome. Look to the shadows, for the truth of your enemy's origin lies within the darkest of places, the very lair where the devil himself must one day return. Here lies the key, unlocking your victory. The second card revealed is the Symbol card. It reveals a symbol, a powerful force of protection. And our card revealed is the Philanthropist. A beacon of hope shines, guiding you through your trials. This symbol is sacred, a safeguard against the darkness you will soon face. To find it, you must seek the remnants of a place long shrouded in illness and madness. A place where sorrow once lived and where children cried in torment. Within this cursed ground, a treasure remains hidden, waiting for you to uncover it. This is the symbol of salvation you will need, but it is found only in the most forsaken of places. Our third card is the Sword. The Sword speaks of the strength and power you will earn on your quest. Our card revealed is the Bishop. It represents vengeance, a weapon forged from the very light of day itself. The Sword of Sunlight, a radiant blade capable of cutting through the darkest forces. But to find it, you must brave a treasure trove concealed behind amber doors. These doors, a barrier between you and your fate, hold the key to unlocking this weapon's potential. When you find it, you will wield it with the strength of a vengeful sun. Our fourth and penultimate card is the Enemy. The Enemy card reveals an unlikely ally in your fight against darkness. Our card revealed is the Horseman. In this, there is a noble soul, a dead man of high birth, resting in the shadow of his widow's protection. It is she who guards him refusing to let him go. But there's hope in this death. If you can return to life this fallen hero, he will rise to aid you in your struggle. His strength and wisdom will be yours to command as you march forward with renewed purpose. And finally, we come to the devil, the card of your adversary. A creature of unimaginable power, far beyond his own mortal coil. The card revealed is the beast, which denotes a being sitting upon a dark throne, ruling with terror and malice. It's not one of despair, though. It's a beacon, pointing you directly toward him. The path is clear, and though the journey will be fraught with peril, you now know where to find your enemy. In the depths of his very throne room, a fated confrontation awaits, and you must face him if you're to claim your destiny. With this reading, the path ahead may be dark and fraught with danger, but with ancient knowledge, a sacred symbol, a weapon of light, and a powerful ally, you will find the strength to face even the most terrifying of your foes. Your victory ahead depends on uncovering the secrets of the past, braving forsaken places, and wielding power with both wisdom and vengeance. The Devil's Lair is waiting, friends. Step forward with courage, for your journey is about to begin. So, I do want to ask our players here. Do you want to run introductions today, or do you want to save that for next week?
What are introductions?
Like character introductions, like kind of getting y'all prepped for the adventure.
That might be a good warm up as we
Okay.
really get into our characters for next week.
Sounds good. Then we'll go ahead and shift this to do where our adventure truly begins. Now, I know I asked at the start when we were creating our characters that y'all have a connection. And I think it was determined that Corpse and Soda, your characters, would have been traveling together. That's Banks and Petal. And then Shocky and Frost. Right?
Yes.
Correct.
So, Frost, have you updated your character's name on your character sheet yet?
No, I'll do that now.
Okay. So, Banks, you being the kind of more driven of your pair, whereabouts would you say you've been finding work of late?
What was the town name?
Because we had
Sorry.
talked about finding work from the yawning portal in Waterdeep. We talked about organizations that you've worked with for work. Is there a specific town nearby, or would you just be working out of the most commercial of locations?
Probably near Waterdeep.
Near Waterdeep?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let me pull something up. For some reason, I guess I didn't expect to get this far today. Just a moment. Why is it being an asshole? Sorry, guys. Sorry
no, it's
to
okay.
break my own immersion here.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, this is awesome already.
Go. Uh, given the connections that you've been working with, you've been given the name Davra Jasur, a connection to seek out. There is something happening down near Daggerford that is causing an opportunity to provide lords and nervous landowners with mercenaries to protect their holdings. And Davra Jasur has information for you. They have arranged a private meeting with you at Gillian's Hill, just south of Daggerford. And it's probably after getting. Well, actually, here's a good question. Petal,
Hello.
how long have you been traveling with Banks?
I believe we met just recently, and he offered her a ride into the town for helping him calm a horse down.
Okay. So it would have been on the return to Waterdeep that you were given this this connection, Banks. So Petal, I mean, it's really up to you. Would you have just continued to follow him? He's a new friend, right? Someone you've recently met in this somewhat new and, especially at Waterdeep, fairly overwhelming.
I definitely agree to that. So I could see her just following him around.
Fair enough. Is there anything you'd like to do, Banks, before heading on the southern road?
Actually, I feel prepared to go have this conversation.
Okay. There is a trade caravan already arranged, heading down to Daggerford, which, if you get there fast enough, you may be able to catch Davra at the way in Daggerford, but the meeting is arranged for Gillian's Hill. So, depending on how quick you go, you might not have to travel the additional distance. But before we cover that distance, also set out of Waterdeep, Sivan,
Yes.
I know you and Lane have a history together, a fairly recent history together. What is your connection with each other like on the day-to-day? That's a question for you as well, Lane, obviously.
Connection on the day to day would be. Actually, I'm sorry to break fourth wall. What, Shocky? What's your name again? Steven. Okay. So the connection from my end would be through the 5 years I've been in this orphanage. Steven's been kind of a big brother figure, more so providing an escape from the hellhole of an orphanage.
Okay, so he's kind of been probably, especially in the recent year, like your release from the orphanage. You two have probably been bunkies or roomies in sharing an apartment or something.
Well, I just escaped the orphanage now that I've turned 18. I'm
Right.
no longer there.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is like you probably over the last the span of this last year, because we'll say you've probably been out for 6 to 8 months, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So over that span, I'd assume you've probably been rooming together, right? So, Sivan, you are a known agent of the Order. And given your dedication to the post, that you've been at, it's kind of odd that you would be given a new assignment. But you were called before the heads of the order in the chapter house in Waterdeep, as they are beginning to restation members along taverns and small hamlets along the southern road for about 60 miles outside of Waterdeep. They are specifically looking to station more people at various inns and homesteads east of Daggerford, so that the locals there need not fear the night, as there's something has been causing havoc and uproars in the Misty Forest and townships around them. You're going to be, as you go to leave, your captain, the knight that you've worked with, Lanavar Strail, offers you his blessing as a thank you to your devotion to your work, and as a congratulations to a seeming promotion, at least a step up in your ranks. He gives you a potion of heroism before you set out to join the caravan moving south. And Lane, although not a direct member of the Enclave, you've sought their teachings and obviously had a lot of time with a direct member before coming to Waterdeep. And you were also beseeched, not by any member specifically, but you were given an opportunity. A letter was delivered to your abode, speaking of something upsetting the balance in the Misty Forest. Again, given that you speak with Sivan on the daily, the two of you would be it would not be hard for the two of you to understand that there is definitely something happening there if these two organizations, which are not connected, are swiftly organizing something to settle what is happening some 60 miles south of the bustling city of Waterdeep. Let me double check a thing. So it is a early morning gathering for the four of you near the southern gates of Waterdeep. There is a small caravan, maybe 3 or 4 wagons, each drawn by a pair of oxes, and a surprising amount of adventurers and city guard type, like simple armor, roughshod weapons, things that you could buy on a fairly low salary. A numerous group of people, maybe 20 to 30 here, preparing to move south with this caravan. Among them, however, there are 4 who stand out. We're going to go in the order that you appear in the journal. Perhaps one of the 2 most alien in this group, Petal. Would you give us a brief description of what the rest of the party is able to discern by looking at you?
Well, currently she's in spring form, so very pink. A smile on her face is not hard to see. She is absolutely enamored by the oxes out front and seems to take a curiosity to almost everything that's happening around her.
Right. Any notable garments, equipment?
A lot of her
Companion.
stuff will seem elvish. but a kind of foreign elvish, nothing super local.
Okay.
Her garments will seem more handmade, though somehow regal. And has she met the trader yet?
The trader running the caravan?
The trader that gives her an exotic
Oh.
pet.
Yeah, I would say she would have that cage already.
All right. She also seems to be paying particular attention to a cave with a rather peculiar looking bird.
I mean, so Waterdeep's a coastal city. It's not that peculiar.
It is to her! Inside of a cage is a seagull that she's been trying to pay as much mind to between her different curiosities.
Any of you who can see the seagull can see that it has the tips of its wings and tail have been painted kind of a pale blue. It does, like, on first glance, you're like, that's a strange new seabird I've never seen. And then really on no like a passing inspection, it becomes pretty obvious to most people that it's just a painted seagull.
I will die for this painted seagull.
But I was about to say, but to Petal, it doesn't look the same as the other seagulls. The other seagulls are kind of dirty, kind of ratty. This one is stark white and has blue. It's obviously different.
It's obviously special.
Yeah. And then accompanying Petal and her caged companion, Banks. Would you do a brief description of what they see with you?
Yeah. A typical goblin, although maybe a bit smaller and middle age, which for a goblin is about 30. I stand 3 feet 4 inches, which is a little bit shorter than average, I would say.
Little man, yeah.
But at the top of my head, a dark purple waft of hair, almost in a mohawk shape, but very wide. And I have the stereotypical goblin dagger at my hip in case things ever get out of hand.
Now, I'm just curious for visual's sake. What is a stereotypical goblin dagger in your mind? Are we talking like a rusty dagger that's been like notched to be serrated? Are we talking like a bone dagger? Are we talking like just
Basically,
like a cruel implement?
Yeah, basically the former. Looks steady, but very well worn.
So a shiv.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, very well worn. I've clearly gotten a lot of use out of it.
No.
And,
oh, go ahead.
Oh, good. No, sorry.
No, please.
Oh, I was gonna waffle. I was out
Oh.
of stuff to say.
Fair enough. A pair that stands out among the humans and dwarves, the primary denizens of Waterdeep. It's a pretty decent elven population here, but there's something about, first of all, being primarily pink at the moment. Petal and Banks, this elf and goblin, are a fairly stark standout from the rest of the kind of rabble here among the caravans. But the other pair of compatriots of note, Lane, you're next on the list, bud. Want to do a quick description for us?
Yeah. So, Lane, so I am a taller, recently hit growth spurt humanoid. I am 6'4", but I'm really lanky and I'm pretty skinny because growing up impoverished, I haven't had much food rations. I'm about 150. As far as my clothes, I'm kind of draped in just your standard tabard clothing. Nothing of notice, nothing outstanding, nothing that would catch your eye. Pretty much, I blend into the background.
Okay.
As far as my hair and my eyes and my skin, all kind of like a whitish gray. But I never show my true face because, as we know, people hate changelings, and I've gone through my fair share of prejudice and attacks. So I've learned to adapt a face and wear a mask everywhere I go.
This mask, are we talking a physical mask, or is it a shape change?
Shape change.
Okay. And your current form, what's it look like?
My current form is my standard mask. It is a similar height of 6'4", weight being of 250, more of a heavier set person. Skin would be a nice caramel brown with a blackish beard and a blackish long-haired mane.
Okay. So, perhaps unsurprisingly, given your kind of recent connections, not far off from a lot of like the rangers of the Emerald Enclave. Like very, very sun-kissed, very
Correct.
natural in their appearance. Okay. And traveling, again, very familiar with you. The other person of note here, Sivan. Like to do your brief description for us.
All right. As he's sitting on the caravan, he's polishing his shield and his gear. He's standing at about 6'4", about 185 pounds. Very heavy armor. All of it kind of golden from the knights that bestowed it on him. With the dark hair, green eyes. And a lot of people can't see his wings. But
Yeah,
they're kind of tucked behind his armor.
I was gonna say the ASMR's wings tend to be, they probably haven't manifested in you quite yet.
They're manifested from birth. They just don't show until later.
That's my point. Usually they remain in kind of a dormant state. I mean, if it's totally cool if they're just something that you have that hasn't, like, you have not been able to unfurl them quite yet.
Correct.
Okay. So on one side we have a road worn ranger looking fellow with an angel. On the other side we have bright pink naivety and a goblin. What a match made in heaven, right?
Love this.
So accurate. Should I have gotten more into my character's physical details?
You can, if you'd like.
I was just going to say, I believe she's around average height for an elf. A bit thinner build. And yes, currently very pink.
See,
and she's going to love
Eladrin.
all of you.
So average height for the Eladrin is going to be like 5'8".
Okay, I have her at 5'7".
Okay, perfect. So she's just a little short. And Shaki, I meant to ask, are you wearing any iconography of the order?
I believe the armor has the crests on it.
Okay. So on the arrow catchers or the pauldrons of his armor would be the symbol of the gauntlet, which is it's a gauntlet holding the blade of a long sword.
Oh.
But I'm gonna open the floor here to allow a little role play. If there's anything that would like to happen here before we let travel commence.
I'm thinking that armor's probably pretty shiny and is gonna quite quickly attract Petal's attention, including that symbol. So I think she's gonna walk up to the strange-looking fellow with the armor and the equally mysterious companion he has and introduce herself.
Now, before we get to that, Banks,
Yes.
your new traveling companion, maybe friend. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I don't know if you're entirely sure how exactly you feel about her yet. But this naive companion of yours, this very new to the world, breaks away from you. No words, just disappears and heads towards looks to be almost a like city guard. The Order of the Gauntlet are kind of a secondary law enforcement among Waterdeep.
Yeah, that makes me nervous.
As I was saying, your companion just went straight over to one.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my distance a little bit. Kind of watch it, see how it plays out
Kind of
first.
get close enough so you can eavesdrop a little bit, but not close enough to where it would raise suspicion.
Exactly.
Okay. Then on the other side of that, Sivan, Lane, bright pink, the pinkest elf you've ever seen. With zero hesitation comes almost rudely pressing through the crowd, the small crowd of travelers that's going to be joining you in this journey. Straight to you.
I look over and stop polishing my shield. May I help you?
Hello, hello, hello. I couldn't help but notice your magnificent armor. What does it mean?
It is knight's armor. And the crest, I'm like... Sure.
While child aggro is going on, I'd like to just state that Lane is more of a recluse, very cautious in nature. So Lane wouldn't just approach or just greet someone. Lane is going to be kind of giving this newly approaching stranger like half of their body. So it'd be their shoulder pointing to the middle of their person as they're walking in, and almost like in an instance, like take a step back where thinking they may need to run away, but slowly kind of inching behind.
Understood.
Sivan.
So kind of the same thing that Banks is doing, but staying close.
Right.
Okay. I appreciate it. Every introvert has an extrovert. So,
right. As I was saying, the pauldrons signify my crest. Fuck, I didn't remember what you said.
Oh, I was asking about what your armor meant.
Right, no, I was trying to remember what my crest was for.
Oh, the Order of the Gauntlet.
For the Order of the Gauntlet.
Petal, if you'd like, you can roll me a local. Or it's not a thing in this one. I'm still in Pathfinder. You can roll me a straight intelligence. Or first roll of the game. Or history if you have it.
Oh, okay. My character sheet popped back up. I forgot that's why I had to restart the game.
And all you have to do is, under your skills, click history. Our first roll of the game.
Don't let it be in that one.
Oh, I wanted to test something.
Sorry. Oh, wait, I can zoom in because I'm freaking blind. Okay, we said history? History. Charisma, athletics. Here it is. Oh, that's... What was the other one? Intelligence?
Or straight intelligence, yeah.
Neither of those are good. Oh, wait, hold on. Never mind. No? Okay, yeah, so the number underneath is... Okay, yeah, no. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, if you just click on history, it should just roll it.
Oh, I was just worried because I was looking at the stats of the the top ones, and I
Oh,
was like,
I see.
that isn't what I put in. But no, we're good. We're good. I'm panicking. History.
Honestly, 14's not bad.
Very surprising.
Yeah, genuinely. Given your short span in the area, you basically just got to Waterdeep the night before. You've probably spent, because it's early morning right now. Like the sun hasn't come up yet, so it's entirely likely that in the short span that you've been here in Waterdeep, you've maybe not had run-ins, but you've seen other people with this crest and asked a couple people, but you've at least heard the name Order of the Gauntlet. And from what you know and what you've been told, they tend to be pretty good guys.
Oh, fantastic. So, are you polishing your armor and getting ready to put on your daytime, since that's your nighttime?
Oh no, I don't differentiate between day and night. My armor is my armor. I must wear it at all times unless sleeping.
But you said it was night armor.
I can't. Fucking.
I don't quite understand.
God, I love her already.
Well,
there is a difference between nighttime and a knight. A knight is a person who generally helps people and protects his cause.
and what does a daytime do? Do they attack and not protect? Oh, I'm so confused. But this really is exciting. I see you also have a travel companion. My name's Petal. I'm so sorry. I got so excited. I'm traveling with Banks. She tries to find him in the crowd.
You'd
To
be
point him out?
accustomed enough to find him that you can point him out, yeah.
All right, she's going to point out Banks excitedly. I met him just the other day. He's very nice. You'll love him, I'm sure.
I'm just gonna stand there and wait and see what happens. My hands on my hips.
A goblin clutching a dagger very tightly doesn't sound very trustworthy. Sounds more paranoid to me.
Meanwhile, Lane is still just kind of like, not wanting to interact, just trying to hide, just very timid.
Am I able to use, because I have that insight perk.
Mm-hmm.
Can I test a roll without actually like hitting somebody because I wanted to test something?
Of course.
Please don't try and hit Petal.
It did work. Yes.
What is that?
It's horny jail. Bonk.
Oh, I see. I couldn't scroll my chat down, so I just saw like the top little part of the bonk hammer. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that to all of my actions now.
Nice.
Now that I know how to do that and it works.
Well, Petal's going to be staring at the quiet one for a moment until she realizes that maybe he's just shy. So we're going to consider maybe a little sniff in his direction, trying to use her insight to see what's his deal.
Lane is enthralled with anxiety to the point where he's about to cry. What are you doing?
I think I like you. We're going to be friends. I can feel it.
Steven, I don't like this.
You'll be fine. Get out of your shell a little bit.
So, why are you guys headed this direction? And also, where is this direction going?
We're heading towards the town of Daggerford, where I'm to be one of the guards.
A nighttime guard?
Something like that, sure.
Oh. What are you guarding?
Can't really tell you that.
Oh, that sounds exciting. How long have you been a guard for?
11 years.
Oh, that's a long time. Is this your guarding companion? He reminds me of
This
Gary.
is confused by who a Gary would be.
She presents the cage with the
It
painted
is-
seagull.
The seagull's currently like thrashing at the bars and trying to bite the bars.
Okay, maybe a bit not like Gary.
Where at on the map are we?
You are. It's up. If you follow the red, it's actually not on this map. You're up over here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're about 60 miles that way from Daggerford.
All right. Realizing that if I do nothing, Petal will be pestering him.
Oh yeah,
all
and we're
day.
about to talk about our backstory and how we met.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up and
So we met Banks.
introduce myself.
I was walking along the road when all of a sudden I found an overturned.
We don't need to talk about this. I'm Mr. Von Banks. How you doing?
Hey.
Sivin offers a hand for a handshake.
I'll firmly shake his hand.
He grips tighter and says, Goblin, you're very paranoid. I don't trust paranoid. That's when bad things start happening.
Petal's gonna look on and wonder.
Slowly let's go.
There's reason to be paranoid. But I overheard that you're going to Daggerford?
Yeah.
We got business there as well. I suppose we should head together. Safety in numbers.
We have business?
As you guys mentioned that, another kind of group over your shoulders looks like, yeah, I think we're all actually kind of heading that way. Thanks to the assignments in the area.
What kind of business do we have?
I'll let you know once we get there.
Right.
There is a cracking of reins at this point, and standing up on the lead caravan is a fairly portly orc in like coveralls over kind of a stained, like a sweat stained, sleeveless tunic with a coat slung over one shoulder. All right, we're hitting the road here in 5. If you got anything you got to do, now is probably the time to do it. Keep your pissing on the side of the road, not on my wheels.
Petal's gonna run up and hug an ox.
Roll me an animal handling.
Sorry?
Roll me an animal handling.
Animal hand.
Animal handling.
That's the second one from the
Uh-oh.
right under acrobatics.
Okay, there we go. It didn't want to load there for a second. I clicked something weird. Okay, so you said acrobat. Yeah, animal handling.
21. As you lean over to like the nearest ox, just a big kind of like still has like its winter coat, like really fluffy. You lean over and just like wrap your arms around its neck, and it just kind of leans it, like you feel its entire weight kind of shift against its yoke, against you. Seemingly just immediately comfortable with your presence.
Oh, good luck, Pharaoh Ox. I'm excited to travel beside you.
He kind of shakes his horns in his ears.
Ah.
With that, again, 5 minutes pass. People kind of scramble for seats on the carriages, places to rest. Those who can't get them have to walk. The caravan moves about 20 miles a day. So, given that you guys are traveling to the farthest point of this caravan, you're going to be traveling for about 3 days. Every day, near the end of the day, before the full end of travel, you take a stop in at least one or two hamlets and small towns, where several of these small other groups of guards and adventurers disembark. Until the third day. It's a long span of nothing. That final crossroad before the South Road into Daggerford is a straightaway through most of the day, where it is just the three of you, the Orcish caravan master, and his trade goods.
The four of us?
Four of you, sorry, yeah. I don't know why three is where my brain went, but four of you, yes.
Petal's become one with the oxes.
I think my brain was thinking it was the three wagons. Anyway, the four of you. It is the end, like the early parts of spring. So your mornings are cold and wet and dreary, darker than they need to be for an extended period of time. But your days are bright and sunny with bright blue skies and very few clouds. Upon reaching Daggerford,
Ooh.
You arrive at the caravan grounds. Pressing through, you don't make it to the bridge at the Delimber River. You take the left through the gates, but as you approach the bridge, that entrance there, that greenway over here. This is the road that you're coming in on.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask. Oh.
Yep.
Can't scroll down.
On the right side, on the greenway here in the caravan grounds, there is a collection of caravans. Covered wagons that are kind of stout but tall, like, or squat, like short but tall and fully enclosed. A collection of 8 draft horses, like big draft horses with feathers around their hooves and long, shaggy manes, as well as a group of people dressed in loose-fitting, bright, colorful, like comfortable clothing around a campfire, just having conversations. But you only get to spot them for a few minutes as you turn into Daggerford.
Yeah,
As we
definitely.
arrive here in Daggerford, this is where we're gonna end today's session. I know it's short, but we're gonna pick up here for our true start next week.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make the note that Petal needs to go outside and pet the horses.
Gotta go speak to the horses. Just wanted to get y'all where you need to be so that we don't have to do, and with character introductions done, that way we can get straight into the actual investigation.
I would just like to point out
Awesome.
that on every night of the caravan, I'm assuming Petal walked next to the bison the entire time, more than happy. But once every day, she was caught staring at the strange man accompanying the knight. She's curious. But she's kept her distance.
Okay. Well.
And then maybe
welcome.
sometimes not.
Welcome to Daggerford, friends. And welcome to Curse of Strahd.
Oh, jeez, thank you, thank you. This is very exciting.
Good. I'm glad you're excited. I'm excited too.
I will be sending my backstory probably later today.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm a little worried that my sheet might have gotten messed up when it reset everything. But
Again?
Well, no. I've been filling
okay.
it back in.
Okay.
I think you should start
But-
using Firefox. Because I'm wondering if
I use
it's
Firefox.
Yeah, Chrome that's
Yeah.
messing it up.
Everything on mine is done, so
Yeah. Well, yeah, it removes stuff, but I think I filled it all back in, but I'm not 100%.
I'll double check it. I'll double check it tomorrow and make sure everything's still there.
I did have
Okay,
a
cool.
question.
I have the
So
answer.
since I'm in heavy armor, can I swap the chainmail for plate?
No. You can like it can be aesthetically plate mail, but you can't just have plate mail.
Oh yeah, aesthetically, because she has a bit of a Fey ancestry.
Mhm.
Can we just dub it so that it has features from her current season as well? Because that's how I was drawing it.
Of
At least her
course.
shoulder. Okay, good.
Like I said, I don't care what your armor looks like. That's up to you. That's what I'm saying. Like so, Shocky, like your armor can like look like plate mail, but it's going to use chainmail stats.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, no, because especially you have a shield. Like that's a 20 AC at level 1 is way too high, dog.
No, it isn't. Also, how do I equip my shield?
Good question. All right, y'all. I've got to get ready for my other Saturday game because I'm stupid busy. But I love you all, and I will see you. If I don't see you before next week, I'll see you next Saturday.
Wonderful,
Absolutely.
wonderful.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you.
My
Thank
pleasure,
you.
y'all. All right.
And then we're also going to
Have a
end
good one,
stream
y'all.
here. Thank you all if you've
too.
made it this
You too,
far.
buddy.
Hasta la pasta.
Appreciate your
didn't answer my
faces.
question. How do I equip my shield?
He said it was a good question.
All right, then I get to end stream if you've made it this far. Thank you so much for hanging out, and we will be back, I think, 2 weeks from now?
No, next week. We're
Well-
playing D&D next week.
Isn't that the Fallout one, though?
No, we're alternating.
Yeah, so then...
Tomorrow's gonna. So this was session 0. This was supposed to be the Fallout week.
This is
But-
supposed to not be a week.
Oh, I thought this was supposed to be the Fallout week. Anyway, this is
No,
session
next
0. Next week is going to be session 1, and then after that, we'll go into Fallout.
Yep.
Okay, so we're still doing every second week?
Every other week, yes.
Oh. God, it's going to take forever to finish Fallout.
No, it won't. Why do you want to finish it so bad, huh?
Oh, it's just going to be a lot of note-taking. All right, we're